Welcome to the Culture Show. Because we having a wonderful day on this. Oops. On this 24th. On this 24th, April 25th. Let's get on with the getting on. Well, because I decided to get her happy. Because we got this, baby. I'm in a much better mood. Much better mood. Okay, so now what we have to do is. Okay, we're at 5. Ooh. We are at 5, which means we did good. We're at 500, which is great. 500. Windows, even, yay. Got 4. So I'm gonna got my second on gold. I was placing low in legend for a few rounds, and I got kicked down. Ouch. Ruthless. At Falcon. Okay, good. Good. That is good. We have 20. And we got 3 days left. 3 days at 15. Right here, right now, we can do it. Right here, right now, we can do it. Okay, so now what we need to do also is make sure. My apologies. Holy. Oh, that was disgusting. We have to make sure. Good. That we take care of. Talk about how low we rank. The other night we didn't do good, but I don't understand because we were actually on it. We got ranks 25, which means we're back to gold, which is possibly better. Right? On the shield is 25. Good. Dina. Washington Jersey Shore. I will go to the 90, guys. Give me a chance. Give me a break. Okay. It is at rank 13 and champion. 13. That's actually pretty good. We're at 855 stone. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Okay, good. Works. Wave on death, free upgrade damage. Okay, good. With Death Ray. Moriarty. Moriarty that killed it in the. Killed it. Crown Shield. We're at 20 each. I got a couple of. Lord Dan. You guys are still doing so well during the guild points. Thank you. Anyone knows about Lord Ben? We said before we gave a week max. But the twisted this smile as I lie underneath your cold jaded eyes. Oh. For sakes. Okay, so. You can wait. Okay. What's up? Don't blink, he's going for a virtual. We will have a wonderful day on this 24th. We'll do 5 minutes to get it started. Before that, get some niche corn. Okay, let's go. Oh, shit. Do not that. Good. Okay, good. It's the worst day. Sí, culen. No. Mm. I do. Dude. Tutu. 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 do you feel critical to you? Hey, Mom. Free. Get to it. Don't blink, it's your Wayne. Welcome to the Show. Today doing also having a wonderful day. Look at this beautiful nature corn. It is something incredible. Today is the intro of the 24th. Today's actually a really simple day. We woke up about an hour ago. We posted some clips. We worked a little bit. We took a little shower, which feels really good. Today we have the second day of formation for the government. So we do have 2 days because I'm in this very specific case. And this very specific case is, well, I applied for 2 jobs, right? I was only applied for 1 job, but I applied for 2 because when they oops, wrong thing. So when they asked me, hey, can you apply here, right? I said, okay, well, I never did this before. They said, what did you do before? Then I went to the job and said, oh, we're looking for that too. I said, yeah, but I want to have a different experience. So they said, okay, you're gonna come in twice, 2 days, and you're gonna replace. You're gonna replace, and then if it's a good news, it's a good news. If it's a bad news, it's a bad news. That should be a good news, right? Because I have two more spots to replace. Plus, we're gonna get paid for 3 hours, even if I don't work. So it's kind of good. Okay. That being said, then we have this. I have to go to the bank to get a document. It's like a proof of you know when you go to a new job, they have to do a paper, right? You have that. So this is good. Then we have I want to do the TikTok live, but I want to do it much earlier than yesterday. Yesterday I don't know why. I think I was tired. But that's after the depression. I'm always tired, right? So I don't know. I'm gonna try to do it, and that's gonna be my day. We're still uploading videos, but right now we're doing really good. We're at 162 hours. Now the problem with this is most of these videos that we're doing, that we're posting, are, look at this. Most of these over 5 minutes, from 4 minutes and 30 seconds to 5 minutes. Right now, it's 15 to get an hour. I still have to do 60 hours, so 60 times 15, that is 900. That's what I have to do, and that's 9 days. So it's taking more time than a lot more time than predicted. But hey, it's always good too, because we are working, we are working, and we could be doing something else, something more productive. But this is one of my problems is I always try to do something new, something more productive, and then I end up with 15 playlists that are not finished. So let's finish this one, right? Anyway, love you guys. We'll see you guys soon for more content. Don't blink, it's your Wayne. Welcome to the Commentary Show. I'm doing well on this 24th April 2025. Today is a mental health check. As I told you guys, I'm going through a little bit of a depression episode. So I want to check out how we're doing. I want to establish some of my mental feeling. For example, recognizing depression, or recognizing that's not depression. Because this is very weird, because this is my first depression where I'm functional, right? So the first, like I said, I'm gonna do a little recap because we talked about this before. The first depression that I had, I was completely unable to talk, right? Completely unable to do anything at all. The second one, it was a bit better, but it was still like I couldn't leave the house. Now this one, I don't know, it's weird because I do feel the same symptoms. For example, yesterday we slept for 13 hours, right? Which is humongous, But at the same time, this is one of the symptoms of depression, right? So, for the first time, we're very functional. Now, I believe that the functionality behind it, and the fact that we're functional, is simply because... Okay, you think about that, bro? You see? Because things like that don't bother me as much as they would if I was completely depressed. It's hard to say this is the depression. And maybe I'm functioning with depression, or maybe this is a very small depression, right? Maybe this is the offset default of a depression. I think it's a depression. But there's symptoms where I don't feel like doing anything, right? And that's technically not true because we're working hard. We're filming this, and we're filming this. So it's actually working hard. But the thought process that's coming behind it is a thought process that is okay. Well, guess what? Maybe, just maybe, what we're doing is more important than the. And again, this is very cool because this is duality, right? Maybe what we're doing is I got a text. Okay, cool. I'm talking to this girl with a daughter, right? And it's this is a bit of too much information, but it's a sexual website. And she has a daughter, and she's like, oh, you would do good for my daughter. I'm like, what if you're getting your own daughter out? Which apparently is super common, but it's kind of weird for me. So even then, we still have some libido, right? Which would say, like, listen, this is not depression. So, as the work I'm doing in filming video, making content, is it more important to me than my depression? Or my depression is so little that it enables me to do work, right? For the first time ever, and again, this is crazy. This is absolutely insane. And please understand that this is how I feel. right? It might be weird. This is really how I feel. For the first time in 32 years, I'm not able to tell myself to ask myself the question, are you doing good or not? Right? Then why is this so like scandalous? It's because people are gonna ask you, hey, how are you? And you say good or bad, right? But then you're lying. So, for example, I got a tattoo on my body, which is Destiny. No, I'm not okay. I just want to be something. I want to be nothing. Living all alone. No, I'm not all right. But I'll tell you that just fine. So you leave me alone. And there you go. You'll lie for people because you don't think that people can help you. And usually you're able to tell I'm not doing well or I'm doing well. And for the first time, I'm not. There's time where I feel well. There's time where I feel horrible. But the amount of time, the amount of things that are required to shift completely is so little. For example, right? We went to the government about 2 days ago. And holy shit, it was 2 days ago. Life goes fast, but it goes slow. 2 days ago, we went to the government, and what ended up happening was I brought a card that was expired. That was 4 months expired. I don't know if I can show this. No, it's probably too. I don't know. My insurance card. So they said, "Oh, we can help you." And for me, this was fucking mind destroying, you know. But the person was still able to help me a little bit, and because they still were able to help me a little bit, I should have been like, you know what? At least it's not wasted. But my father was able to do that, and I wasn't able to. And for me, it sucks. So we're doing a mental health update, but we're not able to tell you how we're doing, technically speaking. But hey, you know, that's the way it goes sometimes, right? Yeah, I'm gonna let you guys go, and I'm gonna see you guys tomorrow. Love ya, peace. Don't blink, blink. Welcome to the Show. Because doing well, having a wonderful day on this 24th April 2025. We're talking about easy life. There was a couple of events yesterday that happened. Again, this is the beauty of making content every single day. Some of the events that happened yesterday made me think, fuck, I have an easy life, right? And then I'm asking myself the question, how easy was my life? And then the only reason I was able to ask the question is because last week we did a video with the mentors, right? Not the mentors from Harry Potter, but my mentors as in teacher of life, right? And I realized that there's been something that I've been carrying for more than a decade actually. And this is the genesis of this idea of an easy life. I was working in AEW, which one my first job. I think it was my third job. AEW was my third job. We went to Costco, then we went to IGA, then it was AEW. And then what I thought was insane was I had this girl, and she was into me, right? And I wasn't into her because she was a bit more I was 20, she was 25. She was a lovely girl, she was hot. But I wasn't interested in her at all. Because at 25, she had her whole life figured out. I was like, that's cool, but I want to have a little bit of wonder, right? And she told me, and I remember she was crying, she was asset manager, and she was crying, and a customer treated her like shit, right? And you know, was kind of a bitch to everybody but me. She was mean to everybody. I could come in late, she didn't give a fuck. She was really into me, right? And I used it against her because I was 20 years old and I was an asshole. But she was trying to learn the customer was mean to her. And then everybody gave a fuck, everybody stopped caring because she was so mean to them. Then I came in and said, hey, what's wrong? She said, you don't understand. And like, what you mean? I get customers mad at me every single day, which is not a good thing, but still. And she said, you're white, and you are in your early 20s. Now she was 25 and she was black. And I'm like, what you mean? It's like, I'm a woman, I'm black, and I'm almost in my 30s, which is not true. You're in your 25, relax. But at the same time, she was under the emotion, right? And that was the very first time when somebody put in my face, you're lucky, right? And I brushed it off because I'm like, okay, well, she's emotional, you know. It stayed in my mind, and it stayed. And it stayed in my mind to a point where it was always in the back of it, you know. So then I was talking about that mentor last week, and yesterday I go in, right? And you know, I forgot it's gonna be hard to believe, but I forgot it's true. So I got the person that gave the information, the lady, right? Possibly in her late 40s, early 50s, a MILF. And I'm not here to judge people on her libido and sexuality, but also the way she dressed, high heel, very nice legging. You can tell that she's taking care of herself, you know. So she comes in and she passed. She laid on me. She put her hand on my shoulder. I'm like, okay, well maybe she's just nice, right? And then she passed again, and then she touched my tattoo and she's like, hey, it's a really nice tattoo. And I'm like, okay. And it came across as flirtatious, you know. And then at the very end, I was like, and I'm a fucking dumbass, right? At the end, I told her she came to my table and she's like, hey, I think it's okay. I said, thank you so much. And she's like, oh, you're welcome. You have very nice tattoos. So I'm like, okay. And then it's a girl next to me. I don't know her. We talked a little bit, but I don't know her name. And she said she was flirting with you, right? And I'm like, really? Like, yeah, she was. And you know, I have to admit that I was going to the formation. So it's complicated. I went to the formation of Secretariat, which is basically secretary to people who are counting votes, right? And it's not a job that okay, so it's not a job that I would want to do, but it's a job that I want, because it's a job you're not going to work. But it's also the fact that, you know, it's not my first time working at an election. And working at an election, I don't know, this is personally, this is how I feel. This is possibly just a train of thoughts. But they'll put in so much, and they'll talk. Then you're stressed because I have so much to remember. But then you come in a place and everybody's helping each other, so it's super easy. So my fourth time, I'm aware of that. So yesterday I came in with the mentality of, doesn't matter how hard it seems right now, let's wait until we're in place, right? And when we're in place, people say, okay, well, this is difficult and this is not difficult, right? That's A. B, we have another formation today, and that's the job that I really want, which is as the manager, which is also welcoming people. Because you're welcoming people, which is what I did last time. It's really fun. So yeah, the other thing I did that was actually start making content. We were playing Devil May Cry, which was, I think it was the 7th or 8th game we played on the channel, which was about 4 years ago. I want to talk about, I started in May 2021. I want to talk about possibly October, November 2021, right? So very, 4 or 5 months after, right? Which is a lot, but it's not a lot at the same time. So yeah, then because I was flirtatious, you know, the girl next to me, she was talking, she got in trouble, I didn't get in trouble. She was talking to me, so, you know. But there's a lot of time where I felt like I had it easy. I had a lot of great friends, and I talk to you guys often about how I feel that sometimes the friendship that I form with people, it's a bit one-sided, because I'm the guy that's getting the most out of it. I'm getting their help, I'm getting whatever, X, Y, Z, right? And if I'm a nice guy, you know, or I try to be a nice guy at least, you know, even when I make content, people are super nice to me, you know? And some of them, they want to take advantage of this kindness, of course. But most people, there's a handful. Handful will like, yo, help me out. But most people will just be like, hey, you know what? You're a cool dude. They don't ask anything. Like yesterday I was eating rice. Oh my god, it's a TikTok. I was at TikTok live. I was eating rice, right? And I'm not doing well mentally. I'm not doing well at all. We're doing okay. We're managing, but there is offset of depression, of course. And yesterday we're doing TikTok live, right? And we're eating rice. And I was talking about how this was important to me. And then people came in, and I had like a 30-minute conversation on rice. I was like, what the fuck? You know, and I'm grateful because I didn't want to talk about myself. I didn't want to talk about myself. I didn't want to talk about nothing in rice. It just came up, right? And it was 2 a.m. I was like, okay, well, that's weird. If you want to talk about it so much, then there's possibly two reasons. People just wanted to talk no matter the hour, right? But it's also nice. It's also nice because I got to talk about something that I didn't mind talking about, right? And I'm trying to be live every single day, but it's very tiring. It's very hard, you know. So yeah, so that's pretty much it. So with easy life, I have parents that are super there, right? And the reason why I'm saying that is because you know my parents they really have a bad relationship between them, right? But they still showed up when I'm in need, and I'm extremely lucky for that. A lot of people they say, well, you're 32 years old, you have to take care of yourself, which is true. But they helped me out. Like I had the bills. Last week about the 13,000. And yes, it's been a mess. Yes, I had to take care of them because, not mentally speaking, but emotionally speaking, my mom's a wreck. My father was stressed, which is not stress. Because my father's not stressed, he doesn't know how to deal with stress, which is completely normal. But then, you know, they have showed up for me, both of them, right? In different ways, of course, but they both showed up for me. And for that, I'm super thankful. For that, I'm super thankful. You know, a lot of parents will be like, well, tough shit, you gotta be learning a lesson, right? But they were there for me. And for that, I'm super grateful. So I'm trying to, you know, it's rough because thinking that you had, the easy life. There's a lot more example. Like I told you guys the story before. Like one of the first that I had for a long time. For a long time it was closed. I was getting a lot of hours. Was for a bakery. The one next to my house that I showed you before. And the boss was a bit of misogynistic, right? Not in a way where I treated women badly, but there still was a boys' club. Like the number of time we were in the fridge and drinking wine, the three of us, my boss, me and the cook was also a dude. Compared to the lady who were working, right? Now was that fair? No. Is it a big deal? I don't think so. What's the principle? It's not about, oh, they're drinking wine in the fridge. It's more that we have to work and it's not fair. You know? Then at the same time, we were 3 out of 12. They could have revolted. They could have revolted and said, hey, this is bullshit. Fuck you. Like, you're right, it is bullshit, you know? So at the same time, it's kind of like on them a little bit, right? But it's just, and then, even then, there's so many. For example, with the PCT, I was still an agency worker, right? And they would protect me. They would really protect me. They would take care of me. They would make sure that I'm fed, you know? And they were really nice to me. And they made sure that they protect me because, again, the boss was like, hey, Iggy got hurt, I need to replace him. And then, this is a story that I don't tell a lot, but it was Romanian with Romanian, and the guy that they replaced me with was Moldavian, right? And he spoke the language, he was a really nice guy. And then they still kicked him out to get me back in. And I was an agency worker, you know? So there's kind of moments in my life where I was lucky, I was the lucky one. But then, is it normal that you have some breaks in life, right? And then, is it normal that people are nice to you? So when I'm talking about how life is a bit easy on the easy mode, is it something that is normal? Is it something that is not normal? And the answer is I don't know because I don't know people's lives, you know? So there's a lot of my friends that are gonna go through shit, and I'm like, yeah, but you put yourself through that shit, you know? You were dumb. And again, I'm saying disrespectfully, but like there's just this girl, right? And I know, and she was in an abusive relationship, right? And that abusive relationship, you know, the guy had an inkling of, oh, I changed, and because he had an inkling of, oh, I changed, she followed him to buy a new house, and she put all of her life saving, and everybody, myself included, give me a second, guys. The clouds are beautiful today. Look at this. Yeah. So guys, the clouds are really nice, you know? And everybody told her, no, don't do it, don't buy the house for him. No, it's changing. Now she bought a house. And now she's fucked financially because she gave so much to that guy, you know? But then, whose decision was it to like, have a dimple that's really hurting? How decision was it to do it, right? So sometimes I feel like people are putting themselves in no situation. If so, am I lucky because I don't put myself in a situation? But might me not putting myself in a situation mean that I live less, right? I often talk about how what the difference with my life was at 20 years old when I stayed 1 year in the apartment just playing video games, listening to podcasts, listening to radio, just playing games. It was really fun. I was eating fucking rice, ramen. It was still the best time of my life, right? And I think that if you were to ask me why is it the best time of your life, the answer would possibly be, well, you know, it was easy, right? Which is completely being honest. However, right, that's not the price. Yes, I avoided a lot of problems because I stayed in, but then there's a lot of situation that I could have just had a good time. And I didn't allow myself to have a good time because I was so stuck in the house that I missed out, right? The number of times people say, hey, come to the party. I was like, no, I'm gonna stay in. There's consequences to that. And those consequences to that might not be as bad as, well, you missed out the love of your life, this is not the party, and you were supposed to meet her there, right? It might not go there, but there's possibly things that I could have lived that would have been beneficial for me that I didn't, right? So am I lucky? Do I have an easy life? Did I give enough effort? Or was I able to face a lot? And then there's a lot of things that you're really facing that you're gonna be like, you know what? I don't want to face that. I don't want to face that. I'm gonna live in denial. Or yeah, denial is actually a good word. Or I'm gonna live in a position where I don't have to worry about this. I'm gonna be focusing on myself. I'm gonna be focusing on doing A, B, and C to make sure that I don't have to suffer this. And that's gonna be it, right? And I think that ultimately speaking, it's up to you. I think it's all up to you to choose the way of life. But it's something to choose the way of life that you want. But it's also there's also if you believe in fate, something that you're supposed to do that you're not doing, that's gonna be consequential, right? So yeah. Anyway, that's it for us for now. Love you guys. Take it easy. Peace. No link. It's your boy. Welcome to the Commentary Show. If you guys are doing well, because that is our whoa, that was the worst intro that I've done in a while. We're having a wonderful day. Hope you guys are doing okay. Today we're gonna be talking about how good we're feeling today, because so finally some positives in the channel after a while of negatives. I've been going through a mini episode of depression, if I'm being completely honest. But this comes at a amazing cost. Yesterday we had a formation of it was really weird. We had a formation of government, right, for a governmental job, which is working at the election, which is on the 28th of April. We're on the 24th of April, 24 days, so Monday. Now the great thing that happened was, yes, we had a formation. It went really well. It was really complicated, but because they had a tendency to overcomplicate stuff. So what they're doing is they're going to train you for a job, but they have to train you and tell you every single instance. So hey, this happened, this is how you answer to it. But the reality is those things happen maybe once a year, maybe once in an election, right? So now we're going to have to face it. So they're going to spend 15 minutes explaining a problem that might not happen, you know? So ultimately it was really beneficial. My father, it's funny we had a discussion with my father because yesterday we had information before yesterday we went to government, right? And it was nuts because we were talking about how well, it was more valorizing to work. That has more value. It's odd. Valor is in French, sorry. There's a lot more value to working than not working, right? But now what we're doing, we're working. We're making videos, we're filming here, and we are posting some clips. So we're actually working, you know? Now, ultimately speaking, and actually, you know what? This is actually really good. This is really good. This is a really good example of something that I didn't even think about talking, you know? I did a video on what it was like mentally, because right now we're going through a low episode of depression, right? Nothing that's gonna end up, but still, right? And I was talking about how I felt, right? And I wasn't sure if I was able to say, hey, you're depressed or you're not depressed, right? I'm not able to say I'm doing well or not, which is possibly not normal, but not the truth. So then, you know, and this one, my father saying this, and me agreeing with my father saying, hey, there's value in hard work, right? Me going there and having this course felt it had a lot of value to how I felt. I felt very, not proud, but you know, something akin to pride, right? And it's stupid because it's the course, it's not even the workplace. It's a 3-hour course. This is possibly part of the perception that we have on what we're doing. So because we felt so much pride, pride is the word I'm looking for. Sorry, I'm French. Because we felt so much pride going there, maybe we're perceiving this as a hobby more than a job, right? Because I should be feeling pride every single day because we're doing this every single day, right? So it's very odd when you think about it. It's very weird. Why didn't I feel more pride? Why wasn't I like, yo, this is so cool that we're able to do that? This is unbelievable, you know? Why was I not able to say that? Why was I not able to just come in and say, you know what? I'm proud of myself for every single and any single opportunity that I'm working. And I don't know, but yesterday was amazing. Talking to people. I did a video, I did before, like how we have easy life. I had a girl flirting with me, which was she was the person giving the information. And she was very flirtatious, very touchy-feely, you know? And although she wasn't really my type, she's beautiful, but she's a bit in age, right? I think she was early 50s, you know, she was a bit too old for me. Or just possibly some problem I have, right? Or whatever. But she was flirting with me, right? And and this is crazy because since I started doing more lives, I get girls flirting with me online. This is very different, right? This is very different. This is absolutely different. And she was flirting with me, and even though she wasn't my type, it felt really nice. It had a lot of value to my day, right? And ultimately speaking, those two instances make for a case. So the fact that we had tried because we were working, well, you were working in a way where you're actually, you know, you're actually putting in real life effort versus online. You're getting flirted with, and it's real life versus online. Maybe we're a bit more aware of it when it's online, as in real life versus online. Maybe it means a little bit more when it's in real life. Maybe it's because we're actually living it versus we're imagining it, right? I don't know. But the course itself felt really well. I was able to talk to people, and yesterday was a huge leap forward. Huge leap forward. Because I've worked here and there, but I'll be completely honest. Since I started working with the agency, I think my busiest week were 3 days. And most of the time, they're sending me to work at night, where people are fucking half asleep, you know? So, socially speaking, it's been a while since I've had, like, middle of the day talk to people, right? And, I don't know, it felt really good. It felt like it was bringing a lot. So, I'm super excited. I'm gonna have one more today in about 45 minutes. And, it's really close to my house, so it doesn't matter. But, that being said, feeling good about it. And now I have to go to bed. Let it be super simple. And yeah. Happy that I did that. Happy that I'm doing it today, and happy that I'm working there on Monday. See, I did it before, right? And it's weird because when you've been through something before, you know how it feels. You know how you perceive it, right? And even though I lived it before often, this is my 5th time working for an election. But I never felt like that. I was never in a situation like that. You know? Different situation, different equation, different results. But it feels a lot more valuable. It's like a way more valuable time to spend my time than it used to do. That's weird. That is weird. That's because I don't know what it means. I do not know what it means. Does it mean something good? Is it positive? Is it not positive? I don't know. I do not know. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Anyway, love you guys. Take it easy. Peace. Don't blink, it's your boy. Welcome to the Commentary Show. Everyone having a wonderful day on this 24th April 2025. They were talking about a fantastic subject. We're talking about not easy, being wheezy situation. So I don't often do drama, and I don't like doing drama. But Wheezy is the person that I follow. I've been following her for a couple of years already. So Wheezy is part of the very weird group that I'm following. A really weird group in the sense of TikTok appeared. And TikTok in my mind was Charli D'Amelio, it was Allison Ray, it was teenagers that were looking way better, than me, and were dancing. So I was like, okay, well, there's nothing relatable in that. Fuck those people, right? But then there was a couple of people like Comic Chris, the girl, I forgot her name. It's a shame, she's so funny. You know the girl that she's sleepwalking? It's Selena Boo, I think. There's Selena Boo, there's Comic Chris, there's the Audra family. I love the Audra family. There's Rostin, there's Liana and Connor. I love those people. And there's a bunch of people I'm following from TikTok. Now, ultimately speaking, it's actually weird because right now we're on TikTok, and because we're on TikTok, we're more aware of the content created on TikTok. So now we're following people like Joker, and I think he's phenomenal. One of the people I'm following that I'm really liking on TikTok. And although I think as a general place of content, I do prefer YouTube, there's another creator that I love on TikTok that I don't. Okay, weird. I think Easy Being Weezy is a person that perfectly embodies that. There's some people I prefer YouTube, but those people I do prefer on TikTok. Now, their content is almost tailored for TikTok. So for example, I'm gonna take an example of Comic Chris, right? Comic Chris, she does a skit, family skit, and she's super good, right? And she created this universe. Selena Boop, I would take a couple minutes of sleepwalking. I wouldn't take an hour. Easy Being Weezy. I think we're all aware of this clip, and it's wake up, and then it's higher and higher and higher and higher and higher, right? Now, I'm gonna take an hour of that. No. Take a couple minutes of that, absolutely, over and over and over again, right? So this is how I met. Well, we didn't meet, but this is how I know about Easy Being Weezy. And Easy Being Weezy is, I'm in a really weird position as a fan. But yes, I'm a fan. Because I don't think, and I'm not trying to be a dick, right? Nothing special about her, right? So what I like about her content is she'll listen to the same music that I do. One of my favorite video of her is her lip syncing to Sleep Token, and it's Take Me to Eden. My those eyes like a fire pit. Something like that. I'm not a great singer. My apologies, right? But it's just feel about content. Or otherwise she'll do some videos about she'll lip sync Fallen Reverse, right? Now there's a band I like, right? So I'm seeing this girl, I'm a dude, I'm straight, and I'm seeing this girl singing the same music that I like, and I'm like, okay, that's kinda cool, right? So that being said, this is where I'm a fan, right? But do I really follow her? No. Am I really involved in the Wheezy world? No. Am I really involved in the Wheezy lore? No. She's one of those topics that you like watching, like, hey, I like that girl, you know? You're not really keeping up with, right? Now, this video is gonna be very weird because something happened to her that's horrible, and now I'm gonna play a bit of devil advocate. I'm gonna be trying to be my perception is I think they're both wrong. Now, ultimately, I think that he's worse because of what he did, but there's a lot of people that I'm seeing on social media in the comments it's horrible. So from what I understand, she had this boyfriend, right? First love, just her virginity to him, etc. And then he leaked news of her when she was minor, right? Now, ultimately speaking, ultimately, it's amazing because this is not in itself, and again, I'm trying to be respectful, but in itself, this is not a video that is super entertaining. This is not a video that's super interesting, right? Not super interesting at all. But then, very weirdly speaking, I watched a video from Kayla Malik, and Kayla Malik is also somebody I like on. With her, Kayla Malik is even worse because, I was talking about how Wheezy was part of a group of people I follow on TikTok. I followed 3 people on Snapchat. 3 people, and one of them is Kayla Malik, right? That's crazy. So with Kayla Malik, I showed the video, he doesn't love you. I showed about this video of being abused, right? And right now, what we're doing is, this is completely apropos. This is completely avant-garde also. This is what nightmare or dreams are made of. Hear me out. So in both cases, they're women, right? In both cases, we're trying to see content creation as a job. And I know what you're saying, Ink. We've been seeing content creation as a job for decades. You're behind. You're a dummy. Whoa, what a dummy word. But I think it's even more true now because we're seeing people like Mad Fat. We're seeing people retire from it. Now that's different. That's different because, for example, right? You had those Bitcoin dudes had none of them had a more of a 10-year career, right? And they made billions, right? Is it really career or they just got lucky? No, there's some strategy and there's some insider information. It's being clever. It's following a lot of work, but it's not a job, right? Nobody's gonna go to their high school reunion and say, "What do you do for a job?" Oh, I'm a Bitcoin miner or Bitcoin merchant, right? Nobody's gonna say that. However, content creation with people retiring from it is completely different. Now, this has another layer to it, right? So we're seeing abusive relationship. Now, abusive relationship, sorry to break the news, but it's nothing new. It's nothing new. It's been, since about time, there's been asshole, either the woman or man asshole, right? An asshole is an asshole. But there's been asshole, right? So with somebody like Easy Being Weezy, we're seeing something that is kind of not new. Okay, so she got, I feel like an asshole. Kayla Malik, she had an abusive boyfriend, right? The first one, not the last one, sadly. But she had millions of followers that saw it, right? There's somebody like Easy Being Weezy. She had her news leak, right? Even as a minor. That happens, and it's disgusting that it happens, but it happens, right? But both of these people, right? And I'm not putting them in the same basket, but I'm just saying, timely speaking, they both happen at around the same time, right? And they're both in a situation where they're victim, right? Because I don't agree that she's the only victim, because we'll get into it later on, right? It's complex. It's really complex. We're diving in. And I saw comments, and one of the comments that really broke my brain, which wasn't hard to break, thank you very much, was this is going to be studied in later years. And at first, it's a comment like, oh, shut the fuck up, you're such a dork, you're so cringe. But then you think about it, and it's right, it is right. So people saw it, right? People saw it, and we'll be talking because it's a case where everybody saw it. It's like, for example, and I hate to use this example, but it's like the Mendes brothers, right? Oh, the Mendes brothers are actually really special because the Mendes brother are their murderer. that killed their parents. Their parents were abusing them, and a lot of people are saying they were right to kill their parents. Now, is it the right thing? No, I never think they go there, but it went there, right? So yeah, so we're seeing this, and for the first time, we're at a case to study. Easy being Weezy is going to be one of the first ones to study. Now, ultimately speaking, the T is, once again, she sent nudes to a dude, right? Those nudes are not new. She sent nudes, right? She sent nudes, and then this guy leaked them, right? So now the problem is she has nudes of her as a minor, right? And this is criminal because this is child pornography, right? Now, this guy is an asshole. Now, in the comment section, a lot of people are saying, yeah, but she sent them. And I'm going to be an asshole, but I'm going to agree with the fact that she sent them, right? Now, my perception of she sent them is completely different from the perception of other people. My perception is, yes, she sent them. And ultimately speaking, a ton of guys, I'll be completely honest with you. Call me an asshole. This is mea culpa. This is, and to God, judge me. I've had ex multiple times that sent me nudes, and I kept the news after we broke up. I kept the news after we broke up. Now, I'm not an asshole. I'll wait. I'm not an asshole, but I'm acting like an asshole. I'll wait until I find a new girlfriend. Or I'm falling for somebody else. Until I develop a feeling for somebody else, I'll keep the news and I'll use them too. You know? But then when I find a new girlfriend, I do think that it's kind of cheating. So my view on that, on looking at porn, it's another subject, I'm sorry, but very quick talk about it. My views on porn, watching porn when you're in a relationship, it's not cheating. Because you're just watching porn. There's no emotional attachment. For me, if I had a girlfriend and she was watching porn, I wouldn't care. If she was texting a dude, I would care. Because this is emotional attachment. Physical attachment, I don't give a fuck. You think she's hot, you're bisexual, there's a girl you're into, you think she's sexy, you're masturbating to her, no problem, right? There's no problem. However, if you know the person, that's cheating, right? So yes, I do believe that if I was using pictures of my ex, though, it would be cheating. Now, this guy kept the news, right? And he kept the news for a while because I think she's 22, 23, and she was, at the time she was 16, so that's 7, 8 years. That's a long time, right? So, the fact that he released them, it's not an asshole. He's still an asshole. Yes, she did send them, right? But it's not the same thing as she sent them. I think it's a picture perfect of I got famous. So for example, right? People gonna have dirt on you, and everybody has it. Everybody has a little bit of dirt out there, right? I'm not saying porn picture. I'm not saying nude picture. I think everybody has someone that knows something about them, and like, oh, I should have done that. I should have not done that, right? And ultimately speaking, you know, it's bad, dude. It's really, really bad. It's really bad because, you know, when you get famous, like for example, right, is the classic case of Mary stole something. So I'm going to be using the worst example in the world, but I think it's funny. When I think it's funny, I'm going to use it. And Mary stole something. Nobody gives a shit. Nobody gives a shit. Who is Mary, right? But then you say Mary stole something, and out of the 100% you told, there's one person that says Mary who? So the motherfucker Mary Poppins stole something. Holy shit, I know Mary Poppins. So because the name is known, the scandal or the actual story or the actual like situation. Situation is a good word. I'm watching Jersey Shore. Whenever I think about situations, I think about Mike Sorrentino, which is don't fucking brain rots, right? Just because Weezy being Weezy is so popular, is so famous, those stories blew up of proportion, right? Now, technically speaking, and this is a really, really, really weird thing. Sharing child pornography, sharing your ex nudes, horrible, right? But most of the time, it's a Jane Doe. It's somebody that we don't know, right? So people do not give a fuck. Not because she's a celebrity. Now, this was blown out of proportion in two ways. The first thing that blew up, right, was because she's popular. People want to see the news. People want to see the news. I was watching TikTok, French Canadian TikTok. I'm French Canadian, and there was a relationship. It was really disgusting. So this girl is overweight, right? And she has this boyfriend who is an asshole. I'm not gonna say the name because I don't want to give them publicity. But he's an asshole. He's a total douche. And he comes in and he says, and she starts to talk shit about him. And I tell her, stop. I'm gonna do something. And then he leaked her news. Now this story, in my opinion, is a lot better. And again, I'm sorry, Weezy. I'm not saying that your situation is not horrible and shouldn't talk about. The situation is, in my opinion, a better example because that's what happened in life. So she continued, and then he released some nudes because she decided to call her a whale, which is totally not cool. Totally not cool. But what was worse was the people in the chat saying, hey, show us. And then there's somebody that wanted to get a popularity, and he showed it on his live, and he's banned. He showed on live the picture, he's banned. The person who released a revenge porn, because it is revenge porn. And again, we're talking about revenge porn because that's also something that has to do with everything. So he released that, and he's like, holy shit, that's bad, dude. That is bad, dude. That is fucked up, right? And it is fucked up. But the guy didn't get banned. The guy who released the picture didn't get banned. The guy who showed the picture got banned. There's a bit of a problem with that, right? So with Easy being Breezy, this is the same situation. People in chat were asking, let us see the news. So because Easy being Breezy is famous, then people have an interest in seeing her naked. It's a perverse mind of, it's like in the old days. I'm 32 years old. I'm an old fuck. But it's like when you saw celebrity sexting. Celebrity sexting. How much money did Paris Hilton make sexting? How much money did Kim Kardashian make with a sexting? If it was Kourtney Kardashian, nobody would give a fuck. But people knew Kim. They said, okay, we want to see Kim. You know. Wait, so she's a victim of her own success, right? Now this is for Weezy, for the asshole, because he is an asshole. When you have something that is private and you're getting more and more famous, you have to be mindful of what can be your downfall. So for example, I'm in her position, I know that this person has nudes, and I'm getting more and more famous. There's a time where I'm saying, hey, I know that you got those nudes, I'm gonna buy them back from you. I'll pay you X amount of money because this is gonna be something that's gonna be bad, right? It's horrible because, you know, she got famous. And if she was not famous, I don't think he would release those nudes, right? I don't think he would have released those nudes because nobody would give a shit, right? So it's basically a sixth sense of the men offering the men. It's really, really weird, but still. That being said, again, I don't think this is fair. I don't think this is classy. I don't think it's horrible. Ultimately speaking, yes, he did something horrible. Ultimately speaking, she should have. And I know this is where I'm completely partial to Weezy. She should have known that this guy was an asshole. She should have known that she got famous and people would want to see the news, right? Technically speaking. So for example, right, we had this other case with Donald Trump. Donald Trump, he fucked a porn star. And she could have for years, for decades, right? And then he became president, right? And people wanted to buy the tape, right? And he had to give her millions to shut her up. Now, this person, which again is very similar to the story that we're talking about right now, waiting for the person to be at the peak of their career, the most popular they could be, to release the news, to release the revenge porn, right? So this is something that you're seeing. People are saying like, oh, yo, we should be taking notes on the situation. We should be taking average of the situation to learn a lesson. This is a learning experience. This is a learning opportunity, right? With Weezy. And it is true. This is going to be something that's going to be the flag bearer. Now, do I think this is something that she should do? No. But I think that in the most horrid way possible, if her going through that, right, save a bunch of people from going through the same situation because they, oh, yo, you know, it's a shame because it will take a martyr. And I think she's a martyr. If it takes her to have her news leaked for a young woman out there to not send news, you know, and even then, yes, she was in a relationship with the guy for 6 years, so she trusted him, right? But I'm on Reddit, I'm on Snapchats, right? And I'm getting complete strangers sending me news because they're horny. Now, ultimately speaking, I'm an asshole, I'm not saving them, but you don't know me. I could be an asshole. I could be a real asshole. You're taking a risk, and because you're taking a risk and you're playing with fire, oh, well, I got burned. No shit, you got burned. No shit, you got burned, right? Now, the part where I'm gonna have to take for easy being easy isn't the action itself, but it's the context behind the action. This is revenge porn. So the word revenge, which is vendetta, the word revenge has a negative connotation to it. And if your intention or your intent behind something were bad, right? They were bad. They were horrible, right? You did revenge porn, and it doesn't matter if it's a victim. Well, it doesn't matter if you felt like a victim. So this guy possibly got egged on. This guy, and it does sound like I'm saying that they're both at their flaw. They both have their flaw. Of course, Weezy is a victim here. And I think this is where we have to draw the line. This is revenge porn. Weezy a victim. The guy's not the victim. The guy's not the victim, right? So she's a victim. She got revenge porn on her. And this is where this is the context or the subcontext behind the action. The action itself, you gave news to a dude that she should not have gave news to. Well, tough shit, right? But it's revenge porn, right? And again, it's malicious intent. It's you're trying to hurt her. First of all, we're going to the career. Why didn't you release the news years ago? Because she's not newly popular. She was popular for a while, you know. And it's horrible, you know. It's horrible. So yeah, so I'm talking about this because I do think it's going to be something that we're going to be learning from. See, there's so many scandals. For example, the whole Bitcoin stuff with Logan Paul scamming, allegedly speaking, billions of people, right? People still believe that guy. They see this new prime flavor. Holy shit, they support a guy that scammed everybody, right? Or the Atu girl who did a meme coin of popularity. We're seeing all those people do horrible stuff. And I'm saying too, there's so much more, but I don't want to do this video. If I say everything that's people that did this year, we're in April, by the way. We're 5 months in. We're 4 months since January, February, March, April. I would need, and now we're talking about people what they did this year. We're not gonna do that, right? But there's a point where we have to stop saying you're an asshole. There's a point where we have to start saying, how come we are not learning? I think this is the problem. Somebody that hurt you once, asshole. Like, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. With easy being Weezy. And again, it's a why am I saying that it's a bit dumb? It's because she knew that this was a time bomb. She knew that no matter what, this guy was going to release them some sort of way. If it was me, I would have gotten what you call it? Restraining order against him, socially speaking. So if he released some news about her, he talked about her name, he'll go to jail, right? But she didn't do it, right? And I think that if you know there's a time bomb going, and you're not doing anything to stop it, oh, there's this time bomb that'll explode in 1 year. I had 1 year to prepare to how to do it. I didn't even lift a finger to stop it, right? Now, this is a bit of a your fault situation. Anyway, we'll see how it goes. Hopefully it goes well for her. She has my thoughts and prayer. But yeah, this is, I feel like what I'm trying to say is this could have been avoided more so than, hey, this is a situation where we're fucked, you know? Anyway, I'm gonna video. Love you guys, take it easy. Peace. Okay, so now we have to hurry up. We have to hurry up because don't link, it's your boy Ink. Welcome to the show. Continuing off, having a wonderful day on this, wasn't supposed to do that, on this 24th April 2025, let's stay on the tower, because I'm down to the tower. We just finished our trading, virtual trading, so I'm almost done. When I say I'm almost done, I am done. That's a yay for us, that's a victory for us. Now, the plan is to play the tower until I finish doing my clips, calling my father, my mom, and that's pretty much it. So, without further ado, let's freaking go. What did I do? What did I do? Game mode? Oh yeah. Okay. Two. Salut, ça va bien? Oui, écoute, je l'appelle plus tard maintenant, mais j'ai juste défini l'information.
C'est bon, t'as fini tard que normalement.
Non, mais c'est moi qui t'ai trompé. C'est de 5 à 9.
Ah, ok.
Mais là, qu'est-ce qui est arrivé, c'est qu'il y a plusieurs personnes qui posent des questions.
Ok.
C'est quand c'est supposé d'être 900 questions avec questions, c'est ça que c'est plus. Comment tu vas? Rank 13 in Platinum. For this word. Pardon?
Excuse-moi, qu'est-ce que tu
Rien. Je prenais des notes.
Je prenais des notes.
Non, excuse. J'ai d'arriver, fait que la première fois que j'ai fait, c'est que je t'ai appelé.
Ok.
Fait que quand je partais là, j'ai marqué Rank 13 Platinum League. C'est juste des notes, mais parce que j'ai l'habitude de dire quand je prends des notes. C'est quoi ça va, toi?
Ok.
Good?
Oh oui?
Je m'excuse de taper sans que ça, là, c'était pas. C'est juste pas des nouvelles, savoir quand t'allais. Les chaussures sont incroyables.
Ah.
Et ça fait vraiment plaisir, sauf que c'est quand les chaussures, faut faire des bottes dedans. Parce que ça irrite la peau.
Oh.
Ouais. Mais en même temps, la couleur est parfaite, l'étanchéité est parfaite, sont clean. Je sais pas pourquoi.
C'est le filet d'eau?
Ouais, mais sur le côté aussi, c'est comme s'il y avait des petits. Tu sais, quand tu mets ta main dans le riz,
Ah, c'est pas ça m'a jamais fait ça.
mais j'avais porté sans bas.
Ah, c'est ça.
Tu sais, quand tu mets ta main dans le riz,
OK.
t'as des petits picots.
Ah.
C'est ça que ça fait. C'est que les formations sont très bien passées.
Bon.
C'est le fun. J'ai été tout faire. Sauf que là, j'ai appris une moins bonne nouvelle. Vu que je suis un des personnes qui a deux trainings, là, je suis rendu optionnel.
Ça veut quoi?
Ils m'ont dit que j'avais deux. Oh, Seigneur. Ils m'ont dit que j'avais deux trainings. Je suis optionnel dans le sens que je me présente là-bas. Ça se fait que je travaille même pas.
Mais tu vas payer pareil?
Non, je mets 3 heures.
Au lieu de toute la journée?
Oui.
Ah, oui, non?
Fait que là, ils ont dit, les gens qui ont reçu plus d'un training, on préfère les garder. Parce qu'il y a une plus grande capacité de remplacer les gens. Moi, je leur ai dit, mais on me l'a pas dit ça au début, j'avais pas fait les deux courses, j'avais su.
Parce que là, si t'es pénalisé pour ça,
Ben oui, je suis pénalisé pour ça.
Ça vaut pas la peine.
Mais non, moi, je vais payer 3 heures, alors que je suis peut-être payé 3 heures, alors que normalement, je suis payé 14 heures.
La journée du vote, oui.
Mais je comprends pas pourquoi il fait ça. Au moins, tu me le dis, c'est que ça me dérange pas si tu me le dis. Si tu me dis, ça me dérange pas. Parce que c'est
Non,
mon
non,
choix.
mais t'as besoin de toute la journée, toi?
Ben oui. Mais là, ils m'ont vraiment dit, ben parce que là, il y a beaucoup de gens qui vont faire les deux cours.
OK.
Les deux cours, on va avoir plusieurs équipes auxiliaires.
Tu parles loin, là?
J'ai dit, ils ont dit, parce qu'il y a plusieurs personnes qui font les deux cours,
Oui.
il va y avoir plusieurs équipes auxiliaires.
OK.
Mais il y a beaucoup de monde. Hey, ils sont 4 à avoir parti aujourd'hui. Quand on a fait cette nouvelle-là.
Oh.
Parce qu'il y a beaucoup de gens qui. Parce que...
Ça veut dire que c'est pas qu'ils n'ont pas fini la deuxième formation.
Mais non. Oh, mais c'est quoi le
Ça
pire?
veut dire que les autres, ils vont faire toute la journée.
Et voilà.
Mais c'est mal arrangé, ça va.
Mais non, je sais. Puis encore une fois, j'ai pas de place garantie.
En plus.
Pas de garantie. Il faut que je rentre là-bas. Puis s'il m'appelle. Je rentre 3 heures.
OK.
Puis moi, je pose la question, si jamais. J'étais chanceux, j'ai dit, si quelqu'un qu'on dit pas.
OK.
Puis on a besoin de lui avec une place qui est trop loin pour lui. Qu'est-ce qu'on fait?
Là, toi, sais-tu où est-ce que tu vas travailler?
Non.
En plus?
Non, il faut que je me rende là-bas à 3h15, lundi.
Mais où?
Oui, c'est au 50 rue la 15e avenue.
Oh,
Ah,
oui,
c'est pas de police.
c'est à l'église.
Et voilà, mais le sous-sol de l'église en fait.
Oh, c'est ça.
Hey, je vais vérifier quelque chose pour toi.
Oui.
Je sais que j'avais des élections. On a déjà travaillé ensemble ou tu as travaillé? On a pas travaillé ensemble?
On n'a jamais trouvé ça.
Ok. Je me rappelle travailler pour ça, mais je me rappelle pas qu'on a travaillé ensemble.
Non.
J'ai travaillé avec tes chums par exemple.
Ah oui, j'ai travaillé avec quelqu'un, c'est sûr.
Non. Je travaillé avec un de tes chums.
Oui.
Mais pas toi.
Non.
Ok. Mais non, mais regarde. Et là, c'est ça, là, c'est regarde, ça se fait de ça, mais qu'est-ce que tu veux faire?
Mais c'est tard, parce que si tu l'avais dit, ça aurait pu agir en conséquence.
Mais ils m'ont quand même dit. Ils me l'ont dit, ça veut dire.
Non.
Ils m'ont dit, est-ce que tu veux faire deux formations? Ben, j'ai dit oui, ça serait le fun. J'ai dit, ok, mais tu te présentes là les 2 journées.
Donc, comment est-ce que vous étiez avec deux personnes?
Je te dirais hier, je te dirais une. Sincèrement? Je te dirais pas. Je te dirais entre 25 et 30.
Oui, c'est quand même beaucoup.
Ah oui. Puis là, on était beaucoup, puis il y en a beaucoup qui sont partis.
Oh, mais là, hier, c'est une formation.
Oui.
Fait que aujourd'hui, c'est la deuxième.
C'est ça, 25-30. Les 2
Puis,
jours.
les 2 jours.
Ben, je te dis, on était 7-8 à avoir fait les 2 formations.
Bon, OK.
Puis au début, on se voit la première journée, tu sais. Tu te dis pas, je connais pas les gens, mais tu les vois, tu sais.
Oui.
Là, on est arrivé aujourd'hui. Là, tu te dis, écoute, je t'ai vu hier, tu sais. Là, tu vois qu'il y a plusieurs personnes qui se rajoutent. Là, c'est. Ah, ben là, j'ai vu toi aussi. Mais ça, j'ai garanti 9 heures. À l'inverse.
OK.
Mais c'est pas la mer à boire, c'est pas génial, sauf que.
Ça fait la journée de lundi prochain,
La payante.
c'est la journée payante.
Oui, parce que c'est 8 heures à 20. Le reste, c'est à 30. On peut pas prendre ça, t'as demi, là. Mais qu'est-ce que tu fais? Ça, tu devrais faire, faut que tu saches, là. Puis je te jure pas, là. C'est longtemps que je l'ai pas fait, moi. Moi, non plus, mais depuis la pandémie, ils ont changé beaucoup, là. C'est des équipes rétrécies, là. Parce que qu'est-ce qui est arrivé? C'est quand tu as fait toi, c'était 2 par table, right? Bon, mais là, avec la pandémie, il y a des distances qui s'infligeaient. Tu comprends? Il y avait des 2 par table, c'était 1 par table.
Oh,
Puis là, le gouvernement s'est rendu compte que 1 par table, c'est assez.
c'est pas mal plus ouvrage, ça.
Hein?
C'est pas mal plus ouvrage.
Ben oui. Oh, mais pour la première, t'es payé. Tu vas pas plaindre, là. En plus, ça, tu l'as fait, ça fait des journées qui étaient. Tu as personnes.
Ah ouais.
C'est des temps qu'ils ont plein d'immeubles à location et tout.
Moi, la date que moi j'avais, il y avait beaucoup de blocs.
Oui, c'est ça, tu vois, les blocs. C'est ça, les blocs, ça l'aide pas.
Non, il y avait du monde.
Mais c'est ça que je te dis, ça aide pas parce que c'est plus de monde. Ça, c'est pas des places qui sont confortables.
La première, au premier temps, j'avais fait la table pour ceux qui n'avaient pas de papier ou encore ceux qui venaient avec durant la vie.
La première table.
Ça fallait que l'enfant, c'était des choses.
Fait que là, techniquement, ta table, c'était la table parce qu'ils disent, bon, mais regarde, j'ai mon papier, où est-ce que je m'en vais, quel poste que je m'en vais.
Non, moi aussi, mais il y en avait qui n'avaient pas de papier, là.
Exact, c'est ce que je te dis. C'est ça que je te dis.
Il y avait plus que l'honneur de faire la poste, là.
J'ai préposé.
Même, il y en avait des gens qui disaient, donc, je te confirme que cette personne-là, il était passée de place, je connais.
Ah oui. Attends, attention. T'as fait la proposé d'information.
Ouais.
Ça, c'est le fun.
Qui votait aussi.
Pardon?
Je pense qu'il votait à la table aussi.
Ben oui.
Ah, ça, il était deux.
Ok. Non, mais ça, c'est garder ton 1 là, maintenant.
Ouais.
Mais c'est bon, mais regarde, c'est ça. Là, fais juste t'appeler pour moi, ça.
Ah,
C'était correct.
tout est soit pour
J'ai
lui.
pas reçu l'appel du gars encore.
Ah non?
Mais non.
Ok, mais tu t'attends parce que ces gars-là, des fois, ils disent oui, puis après ça, tu coupes après.
Moi, là, tu connais ma chance, t'as m'appeler lundi ici.
Qui ça?
Le gars de la
Ah,
ballon.
oui, mais ça va.
Et voilà. En tout cas, c'est bon, fait que je vais te laisser dormir, Pat. Bonne nuit.
Ok, c'est bon.
Passe une belle soirée. Bye.
Ah, toi aussi, bye.
So right now what we're doing is we're separating because the rice is old, so I'm taking care of the two oldest rice. Hi, Mom.
Hi, how are you?
Good, you?
Okay, how's everything?
Everything is okay, Mom. I'm sorry I'm calling in later because I just finished a class for the election.
Oh, good.
So
How
yeah,
is it?
good. There was a bit of a problem, but it's not a big deal. It's because so it's a long story, but how are you first?
Okay, I'm okay.
Good. So I went there for the formation, and then they offered me a second formation. So I was thinking that because I've had a second formation, I would get more money, right? But now they know that I can do two jobs, so they're gonna keep me on hold. So if somebody that is sick needs to be replaced, they prefer having this guy on standby.
Okay,
But now the thing that's gonna happen is I don't have a specific place where I'm gonna work.
okay.
First of all, and second of all, I might not work the whole day, but I get 3 hours guaranteed.
Okay, that's good.
So I went yesterday and I went today. It was really, really nice. People were super nice. It's a small place. There was a lot of people though.
That's okay.
So how's everything else?
Okay, Habibi, I'm working at the school board. I was busy today.
Okay.
And that's it. Did you have any news or no?
No, I'm still waiting for the guy to call.
No.
I thought if they call, yeah, it has to be one day, right? But if you're smart, if you understand correctly, right? I received the paper on the 15th. We went on the 22nd, which was Tuesday.
Mhm.
So I have to one day left. If you're smart, you understand that this is 3 weeks. So the 3 weeks plus the 1 week we did, so it's 1 month. So it's 30 days, right? Now what is certain is he's not gonna call me on Monday or on he's not gonna call me on Saturday and Sunday. C'est les jours ouvrables.
Anyway, moi je travaille samedi et dimanche.
You're working a lot, man?
Well, I'm working at the home samedi et dimanche.
Okay.
At the school board from Monday to Friday.
Holy shit. So you
Yeah,
told
I'm
me,
working-
yes, I'm sorry.
So I'm working 7 days.
Are you okay, man?
Yeah, I'm okay.
You told me that the new department was a bit harder.
But it's getting better. Like I'm learning.
Okay. Is it because the boss is not nice to you?
No. She's very nice to me.
Promise?
Yeah.
Good. Okay, that's perfect. Well, as long as you're good and I'm good, everything is good.
Okay, Habibi.
Mom, the pure protein bar, holy shit.
I have to go back.
They're
to-
delicious.
I have
How
to
did you
go back
find those?
in Costco?
Because I never heard of it.
No, it's but I have to go back. But now I'm working 7 days.
Yep.
Okay, go back. I'll try to go.
You're tired, huh?
You know, I want to sleep.
Good. Well, I just wanted to get news from you. I haven't called yesterday and today because I was like, holy shit, I'm so busy with the training, right? But now that I'm finished, I want to take the time to call you.
Thank you so much.
But of course, Mom, you know I love you.
I love you too.
How's everything else, Mom? How's health?
How is did you
Yeah.
call your father?
Yep.
And?
C'est correct, but we don't even talk about the debt. We talk about everything else but the debt. And then when I bring on the subject, he says, what is... When I bring on the debt, he says, talking about it's not going to change anything.
Okay.
So, qu'est-ce que je fasse?
Okay. I'm sorry, Nadia.
Yeah. Did you send in the email, Mama?
No, I'm worried he's gonna be not nice to you. That's the problem.
Don't worry, I can take care of it.
Hmm?
I can take care of it, Mama. Don't worry about it. I'm glad that you're doing okay, Ma. You're doing okay. I'm so happy because, I don't like knowing that you're sad or,
That's okay.
I'm so glad that you're doing better.
Merci, happy.
We had a couple of beautiful days, huh?
Yeah.
It's good. It also,
It's cold in the morning.
yeah, you know how it is. It's not really summer yet. It's spring, Mama.
No,
So how is Home Sense? Home Sense is not too busy?
I don't know because I'm going only on Saturday and Sunday.
When's the time you work there?
Well, I worked last weekend.
Okay. Last weekend wasn't too busy?
I was very, very busy on Saturday. Very
Pour
busy.
vrai?
Yeah. And
So-
Sunday was closed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, please be careful, Mama.
Okay, happy. You let me know when I should do Nathan.
No, there's no problem. You know what? You're in charge of it.
Okay.
If you tell me tomorrow, it's tomorrow. If you tell me in a week, it's in a week. You decide.
Well, let's do it after the voting.
Tu veux après the vote?
Yeah.
Okay, so the 20... So, Mama, let's do it on the 1st.
Okay. All
Because
right.
the voting is when? The voting is 28th.
Yeah.
So let's do it on the 1st.
Okay.
Sounds good?
Yeah. No
So,
problem.
awesome, man. Thank you so much. Have a good
Okay.
night's rest.
Okay,
I love
thanks.
you.
I love you too.
Take care of yourself, man, please.
Okay, I promise.
Bye, man.
I love you. Bye.
Me too, bye. That's a good. She's okay. At least she's okay. She's my mom. I love her. She's my mom. I love her. Okay, let's go. Good. Last one. Last one. No, dude. My apologies. Fuck it. Let's get some popcorn. You will try, I have failed you, Anakin. I should have known the Jedi was taken. Chancellor Palpatine is evil. From my point of view, the Jedi are evil. Well, then you are lost. This is the end of you, my master. It's over, Anakin. I got the high ground. High ground. You're underestimating my power. Whoa, whoa, whoa. You were the chosen one. Who said that you will destroy you? Join them, bring balance to the force. Not living in darkness. I hate you. You were my brother, Anakin. I love you. Choo. So now I'm looking for a crank. Any good movie for me? I only have one. Okay. Once again, me with no glasses equate I don't see shit. I can't see shit. Okay. So what are we watching? Oh, my apologies. The Bad Batch, Galaxy, Beauty Shop. So there's a wife, survivor, dear Santa, mermaid, saved, night day, no mercy, headers, sliding door, bad grandmas, I don't yet, mods, about hope, Spencer, control, so this was part, Mary Shelley, 2097. It's a good movie, guys. Django, we saw it, which is really good. Homefront fucking sucked. Redemption, Spring Breaker. I don't support Jim Franco. Yes. Ernest, Sleepover, Chronic Door, The Flash. Zoe. Leadership Goliath. Oh, okay. Conjuring the Cult. Yes. Yes. We possibly have one choice, but it's not great. If I can find anything at all. Big Gay Italian Wedding. Modern Law. King's Sword. Buffet, Possess, Rootmersh. Zaha's Doomsday. Mona's Room. Nope. Coffee, Forbidden Knowledge. Dr. Rachel, thank you. Rachel Orr. Sheldon the Corn. Okay. Spit on your grave. Massacre. Delve in the Crypts. Gothic. Baby. Swamp. King Attack Killer's teammate. Demons. Would you love me? Doppelganger, Mirror Tree. Did the Dead. Nosferatu. Hockey. Able to. Real Bro Simi Valley, that's actually pretty good. It's Real Bro, actually pretty good, but I didn't see the Simi Valley Bro, so I don't know. Ronin. Oh. Musician, acting, heroine, Caribbean movie, horror. Ooh. Know what to do, Jeeper Creeper. Let's watch all three Jeepers Creepers today. All three of them. Mmm. 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 Shh. Mm-hmm. 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 We also did tier 2. Why not? Mm. Mm. Mm.
On this road, I can see a car in 50 miles.
Mm. 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 Mm.
Sexy forever, huh?
You know that is you in 4 years.
That is usually a reason you like a long way home.
Mm.
Gee, like, maybe I like the country. Just drive,
Hey,
Friday.
I'm only thinking the same thing Mom and Dad are going to be thinking. Trisha, why are you driving home for spring break with your brother and not heading off somewhere with that nice Mr. Poli-sci track team guy?
I will tell them the exact same thing I'll tell you. None of your goddamn business.
What? You don't think I can understand the complex nature of your relationship?
No, I look at you as a real expert.
Whatever. I don't
Mm.
Okay. Just saying, take it off.
I have this.
Cigarette when you tell Mom and Dad.
Mm.
Everyone's in love with you. You have time for craft either.
Mm.
You wanted the back way home. That's 10 hours of preachers, farm reports, and
Will
country.
you possibly just shut up and drive, please?
You broke my heart in two. Now I can't find the tape to put it together for you. Come on, girls, come on now. When I met you, I thought I would die. I wanted to cry to know you were evil, or that you were hurt. Mr. Polly, sidetracked guy. Turns out you're a twin. Jesus. What the hell's the problem?
Just get out of his way, Jerry!
Go around me!
Get off the road, let him pass you! God, I know he's not far!
Go around me!
Slow down, let him fucking pass you! Jesus.
Shit!
What the hell is his problem?
My first guess? Inbreeding! Oh, that SEAL thing? Is that a vehicle choice for assholes and fucking serial killers?
Mm.
You know what I just thought of, right?
Me and Darla. Trish, they died about 100 miles from
It's
here.
the same highway.
This highway runs the length of the state.
You believe it?
Did they go looking for her head?
But they never found them. They only found the car.
They never found her head. They found the car. Didn't find him or her head.
Look, look at him. Still shaking.
I don't think every generation has their cautionary tales of drinking and driving on prom night.
5.
No, I always heard it was true. Wheaton Valley High class of 78. You know something? When I first heard that story, I used to think this was the highway I would die on.
Like the cheery thinker today, aren't we, sis? God. What's Poppy Side have been doing you anyway? Eating you? That was a license plate on the van, just saw it. B-E-A-T-N-G-U. So, beating you. That's mine. That's 35. Oh,
Okay, call
shit.
it now.
My ass.
Call it when you see it.
I'm just shocked. What, is it a brand new rule, huh?
It's not a new rule. It's always been this way. It's always.
Since just now, maybe?
Memories for shit.
It's not. Non-city.
Infinity, swear.
Okay, name it. When we made the rule, they get to call it as soon as you see it.
Give it up already.
No, it's because the rule's always been the first person who calls it gets it.
Not the bomb lately.
Still not the open right.
Is that weird?
What?
Did you listen to her voice?
Could you specify, please?
Shannon,
You drink the last water? This one's mine.
oh, you are a class act. You know that?
You live off campus. You ever try to do army in a dorm? They don't steal it. Die pink. Got like 12 kinds of roses and giant shorts.
Well, maybe there's something about you don't. Hi, Mom, haven't seen you in forever. Here's my dirty shorts.
It's for her, not me. What? I have to bring home laundry. Why don't she get the breast? She thinks I don't need her anymore. I'm serious.
This boy,
Daddy's whore.
tickle the girl.
Boston's her.
Ass kiss her.
Butt picker.
Repeat, ass and button booms. I think maybe something's wrong. I'm not happy. She's doing.
Who is? Ron's not. Hey. It's meeting him.
What's he doing?
What the hell is that?
What the hell was he doing?
That was something down the pipe.
Wrapped in sheet.
Wrapped in ropes in the sheet.
Wrapped in rope in a sheet with red stains on it. You get us out of here.
How much are we making per minute? I forget.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Why is having a portable phone, idiot? Instead of works when you need
No, I
it.
have a power cable for it.
Yeah, and I have a cigarette lighter. It doesn't work.
Okay.
Then what did I say? My car. You should have taken my car.
He's having a brain fart.
What's it for the purse? No.
I only got it. He's got souped up or something.
Expensive as fuck. Orb. Good. Mission. Any card? Nice. Extra orbs. Whoa. We have a brand new thing for the enhancement from lab. This is so cool. Let's orb from the tower. Wow, let's go, look. It shows you everything. Oh.
À tous ces moments de bonheur que l'on partage.
Restaurante.
Avec Dr. Oetker.
Whoa. Right.
Why is it there are so many unmarried women in their 30s?
Billy Jones.
It's nice to see you neither blue nor green. I need
That is a fucking movie.
There's nothing there, nothing we can do. We just drive out home and call the cops. And you know that's what we should do. What should you don't? Look me in the eye and tell me you can just drive away. Just drive off. Equals ever back to back there. Then you find out later it's still be alive. You've just gone back.
Don't try and make this about the right thing to do. You just want to go back there and see if there's something nasty at the end of that pipe.
Okay. What was you back there?
I'm not getting out of this car.
You don't have to.
I'm not.
Hell yeah. Getting some good time on the stone. Defense?
Just gonna look.
Come on, Derek. I can't see anything in
No,
there.
you can see light down there. Get a flashlight. Come on, get a flashlight. Hello? Anybody down there? Hey! Anybody down there? Hello? Hurry up! Come on. Hello? Someone down there, just hear me. Hello?
You're hearing things, Derek. You're doing anything about it. Derek!
I told you I heard someone.
You know the part in scary movies where somebody does something really stupid and everybody hates them for it? This is it.
Hello?
No, Derek.
Please slide down.
God damn it.
Let me in.
You're not going down there.
I'm not. Look, just. Alright, hold my feet. The feet?
County 10.
Somebody's moving down there.
And then I'm letting go and going back to my car.
Quiet! I just saw it again. Okay, somebody's definitely moving.
Oh God, Gary, talk to me! Gary, say something! Are you okay? How do you get out there, Gary?
Oh, you suck.
God, I'm so sorry.
Yes, you are. I'm sorry about it.
Wrestling on my face.
What do you do, Trish? Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for this. Trisha Jack, coming through in the bunch. Thank you.
Mm.
Did I forget something? Found her body. Found her.
Say something, you're scaring the shit out of me. Gary, tell me what's going on.
We gotta get out of here.
No, let's stay and feed the birds.
Get help. Get help, Trish.
What are you looking at?
Get out to the road and find somebody who can help.
Well, how are you gonna get out of there?
This is some kind of basement right to the church.
Oh, you don't think I'm going in there, do you?
You get out to the road. It's like I'm in lazy town to get past you right away. Trish. You see that old truck coming? You get back to this pipe, you holler down as loud as you can.
Charmin Ultrasoft se détache en douceur grâce à ses bordures ondulées. Il n'a rien de carré ordinaire.
Mm.
Charmin Ultrasoft se détache en douceur grâce à ses perforations ondulées qui se détachent mieux, offrant plus de douceur cousinée. Charmin, un vrai charme, mon petit coin.
Au Nouveau-Brunswick, le départ latéral de la chasse. Avec des espèces uniques comme la dinde sauvage et l'ours, et nos petites chèvres, profitez du puissant de la chasse et de la santé du Nouveau-Brunswick.
Please just say something. Dude, you're scaring the shit out of me. Stop. Hear me? Hear me?
She did lose her head. Sarah lost her head. Just like they said. And you know, when you get Josh, you know what he did for her? He sewed it back on. He sewed it right back on.
You make a phone call? Where's the water in yourself? You just call that a sewer? Excuse me. Excuse me, we need help. I need you to please call the police. Police? We need help now. Please. Just go tell them what you saw so we get out of here, okay? Come on, bro. I need it. I need you to hold it together. Look at me, Daddy.
I'm so scared, Josh. I'm so scared.
Hey, let's get to it, right?
He's gonna get back to that church. And he can't go with you there. We're gonna get them?
Yeah, bud.
You ever seen a cat yet? You and your brother.
Me and my brother.
You and Derry. I saw you with lots of cats.
Who the hell is this? How do you know Derry?
Who's this?
Derry?
Huh?
You know the cats I'm talking about?
Who's this?
You have a torn shirt, right? And a running hand. Shirt's torn just above a small rolled tattoo on your stomach.
Who is this? How do you know this?
You found its house of pain.
The what?
Those bodies down there, that's what it likes to call it. It's house of pain.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
I don't know if it's a demon or a devil or just some hungry thing from some dark place in town.
Oh, like, I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
I just know it's not gonna stop coming after you or anyone else it wants to.
Once it has a scent or something it likes, it can't. It can't stop.
I saw that Uncle truck too. With the license plate.
For beating you?
The license plate on it
Am I beating you?
No, think about it.
Think about it, for Christ's sake. Oh, hold on. I need you to listen to this. Okay?
You hear that song, you run. And I mean run. Because that song means something terrible for you. Something so terrible you couldn't dream of it. One of your worst, most terrible nightmares.
Fuck you, lady.
Barry. Barry. Hello?
Let's talk with the cops and get the hell out of here.
I should have left out part about the phone call. Sounds too much of a bad thing.
Well, everything I said, I saw. What? You think I bumped my head down there or something?
I didn't say that.
You believe me, right? Right? Look me in the eye, tell me you believe me. Look right in the eye, right now you tell me you believe everything I said.
Okay, we're running the place and we've got some people on their way out the old church.
Mhm.
These kids you saw on that phone, who were they again?
You're throwing up Leeway and Kenny.
Right. Found their car all smashed up about 20 years ago. Am I remembering this right?
Yeah.
That's why there'd be nothing but bone right now. You said they still had skin on him and he had a ring on his finger.
What are you saying? I told you I grabbed with them like this. And it was hard. It just like it was like it preserved them or something. It's got them all stitched together like some kind of quilt.
I'm just trying to get all the facts.
And I told you the facts. This guy drives an old brown truck and it nearly killed us. And we saw him throw a body down a pipe that dumps into the cellar of that old church. So this guy must have 5, maybe 600 bodies down there, and I've seen him. Hey. It's on the walls like some psycho version of the Sistine Chapel. What? You don't believe me? Drive out to the old church. If you don't believe me, you think I'm lying.
I don't say I'm lying.
Good, because I'm not lying.
Look, this is my point of view, okay? This is a pretty big story you're laying on us here.
Hey, that's your cover out the cuffs, isn't it? You want your bucks off from the window. The man there at your car. He was standing there at your car, sniffing that laundry. Holding big handfuls of it under his nose. Looked like he was liking it too. Which way he run off, Biggie?
Still think I bumped my head? Huh? It's time to get to the church, then back here. And this guy is after us. He's after us because he knows what we saw. And now he even knows my name.
Central, this is 037. Come back.
Hey, interested in a handprint?
You can dust that, right? Get a print. Looks like somebody already did.
How do you get to the church and back down so fast?
How was he doing with your clothes?
He drives fast, but not that fast.
Maybe he can reach all buildings in a single bound. You'd have to be superhuman, otherwise the smell would kill him. Central, this is 037. Go ahead. Go ahead.
He's such kind of
Don't be such a snot.
I'll tell you actually like him.
Oh, please. We walked in, I thought the waitress had dialed the wrong number. The guy looked like a stripper or a cop.
Like I'm missing a link. I'm bringing my Android back. It's sports for that. Hope you know which counts. That's the song. That's the song. The words are listen.
Where did you get those eyes? What's the matter?
That's the song. It's the same song that takes place.
These kids say the vehicle chased them doing over 100. Go ahead.
Say what?
That's the song.
Hold on a second, this guy is fine.
Mm.
You okay in there?
Trish,
I said hello.
get back in the car. Get back in the car, Trish.
Jeepers creepers.
Come on, you're gonna kill us. I mean it, slow down. Slow down. Oh, no way.
This phone. So you just told me to stop.
I said stop, I said slow down. How far to the next town?
You mean the next phone? Because it's pretty goddamn far. You want to wait to find out?
Come on, Trish, just keep going. I mean, come on.
You want me to help?
Come on.
We just use the phone,
Okay,
okay?
call who? It's on the one. No, wait. Fuck, police. I'm being chased by a guy once. Tongues on his severed hips with his teeth. Special extension for that. Come on.
Damn, have a phone.
Using no phone and a lot of guns.
Who are you?
I said, who are you?
Patricia Jenner. This is my brother Derry.
What do you want?
A telephone?
I don't have one. Listen, keep driving till you see people.
There she is.
What you need a phone for if I had one?
I need to call the Portola County Police.
Well, good. It's the one county back. We're both.
Then call the police, but I need to call someone.
Don't even think about bringing the cops out here for the zoning crap. They try to tell me how many cats people can have. I don't have as many cats as I want to have. You can tell them that for me.
Please, someone's been killed.
Killed, you say?
Yeah, a policeman.
Oh, me, Jesus, I thought you were my babies.
Did you hear what I just said?
You call the sheriff's station, just don't give them this address and don't go out on the interstate where they ought to be. My babies don't like strangers.
How many babies do you have?
More than a couple.
Got you.
Oh, yeah, this happens all the time.
Oh, shit.
Kids got anyone else with you? That's my scarecrow. You got 10 seconds. Get your ass out of my yard. And don't think I'm going to tell you twice.
Get the hell away from him.
What are you doing, Trish?
Get the hell away from me! Listen to him! Get out of here right now!
No, did you bring me into my house? Oh. Okay, out of here. Fucking hell.
Ads.
You just have to learn to utilize that energy and redirect it into something constructive.
Why is it there are so many unmarried women in their 30s these days, Bridget?
It is nice to see you neither blue nor green.
Ah, ding, pun.
How do you find it?
What? Good. Good movie.
Hello?
What do you want me to say? The gears are sticking! We're gonna break it! It's kind of a
And Trish.
Feel something. What are you doing?
Come on, you son of a bitch. That's right. Walk out of the face right over here. Come on. We never are.
Enough.
The fuck is that thing? Here we go.
Trish. Trish!
I don't know how much further this car's gonna go.
Ah. Two. Damage and range. Okay, good.
Roach. What are we boosting tonight? Well, why don't you come over here for an nap, Daddy? 76 Chevy Nova? Anyone return for a car? You got Facebook.
Shouting, please. Mom! I understand that, Mother. Should I tell you where we are? Stand right here. I told you we're both okay. It's the Powell County Sheriff's Station, about 20 miles outside Patrol. It hasn't been hard to get. We don't want want to wait here, Mom. We just want to get the hell out of here. Mom, just let us get home, okay? We don't want to be out here any more than you do. I'll talk to you in a few hours.
Hey, welcome to my conversation. We're doing well, so having a wonderful day on this 25th April 2025. It is a gorgeous morning this morning. So let's take advantage of it and film outside. Ow. From my point of view, the Jedi are evil, Daniel Law. Okay. I'm telling you, we didn't have a beautiful morning like this in a while, so I'm excited. Ouch. Point of view, the Jedi are evil. Open your eyes. Don't blink, kissy blink. Welcome to the show. Everything well, having a wonderful day on the 26th April 2025. We just woke up. Feels amazing to be alive. So we're gonna be doing a breakfast, right? We're gonna do a breakfast that's not really a breakfast. We're gonna go with rice. Rice-a-roni. Yeah, let's do one. We're gonna go with rice. Let's go with Samyang cheese powder. Super nice morning outside. The weather's beautiful. First we're filming it, which makes the whole thing great, right? So we're pretty freaking tired. I'm gonna go with this. A little cream of mushroom, unsalted. Just the type that makes you want to go like, where's the taste? I think I like the mushroom because look at this. Oh, did you guys see that? Yum. Okay. I wanna get her to suffocate the pain. Good morning today. Is it productive? Set for a little over 4 hours and a half. So yeah. Hold my breath forever to suffocate the pain I hold inside. Then rice on my favorite meal. We're gonna go with 1 cup. Even though I believe this is a bit too much water. Right? I believe this is too much water, but it's okay. We're gonna be taking a shower. Right? And we'll be taking a shower or a bath. We're gonna cook. We'll make a couple of videos and then we'll check back on it. So rice, ramen powdering, and cream of mushroom, which is exactly what I would eat bi-weekly. In the beginning of the apartment. It's not more. And you know what's even better with that? I still love it. And it's cheap. So the rice itself, back then, because these are a bag from the pandemic. So we bought possibly the 30-kilo bag, the 30-pound bag for $15. We bought the two 10-pound bag for $10. We bought 24 of the small can of cream of mushroom for, I think it was 17. And the ramen powdering, well, it was expensive, but we already had a meal with that, so it didn't count. Anyway, that's our day. So let's get the shower started and just enjoy yourself. I hate you. You were my brother. I loved you. Do, 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 do. Oh. Non. Merde, logique. Non, pas logique, pas client. Je mange chanté. Oui. Comme la semaine passée, j'ai mangé 3 fois. Pas ben, 3 jours. Du riz. Pas juste pour ça. Ça, c'est. Le riz, c'est peut-être meilleur. Le riz, c'est bon. Non, j'ai réussi à. Ouais, une fois, je l'ai. Ça, voilà. C'est pas. Ça, c'est des parfums, t'es comme. C'est comme, ok. Ici, t'es là. Non, ben là, non, vous êtes là. Tu vas une coupe de jours. Non, vraiment. Beavers. Si. C'est récemment. Le CV ici. Oh, shit. Aïe, aïe, aïe. beautiful. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Father. Come to Papa. Sleeping. Okay, that's okay. Sleep. Sleep is right. Neighbor. Don't link, it's your link. Welcome to the whoa. We took a shower. We woke up, we took a shower, we made some rice. Now we're making the rice. So just waking up. Good morning, everything well. Don't link, it's your link. Welcome to the first video of 25th 5 2024 or the 25th April of 2025. Here we go. Little announcement today. You can see videos that are made today. So how this morning. So how do you know these videos are made this morning? Well, you see here, you see these shirts, right? So people tell people. I got a comment not too long ago. I said, hey, why do you have any videos? Why don't you focus over quantity over quality? And they're absolutely right. So why are we doing this video? This video is going against it. So I've been feeling depressed lately, and I've been watching beautiful sunrises. We're not really using it to my potential film videos. So this morning we're forcing ourselves to get out of slump, to attack the day, to take the bull by the horn, attack the day, make the most of it. So we are going to try to you know what? I got a great idea. We'll be trying to beat depression by working, and working is getting up in the morning and oh my god, getting up in the morning and working. And then it's so complex. Music. I got a good idea. We have a computer next to us. Why don't we listen to music? Because I'm recording the tower. But I can't listen to music because I'll get copyrighted for my videos. Because I'm recording I'm doing screen record. So it feels like this is such a complex subject, right? So I talked about this yesterday. Give me a sec. Am I saying that you cannot, if you have, am I saying that you need to work to beat a depression if you have one? No. I think everybody's different. I think everybody has their own ways of coping, whatever ails them. I do believe that. However, I am going to specify that, for me, it's such a shame. I'm so like, not pissed off, but so annoyed at having to say this, but we did a class, we did two formations actually. One before yesterday and one yesterday, for a governmental worker, because we are going to be working, you do this with Mac Miller. I really feel like this thing Mac Miller this morning. Don't. I was gonna say don't ask me why, but we know exactly why. Because about a decade ago, yeah, I was going to school in the morning, right? I was going to school in the morning, and again, this is insanity. But bit hits. We were waking up at 5:30 in the morning. I never woke up this early, and I never did again. I would sleep in the bus, and I remember listening to a lot of yeah, that's a good one. BD, best day ever, self-care, surf, dang, congratulations, weekend, yes and no, yes and no. Okay, let's go. Also, I couldn't say this. Thank you so much for this. So I think that's why we're watching. We're crave listening to Mac Miller. So, am I saying that you need to wake up and work? No. Like I was saying, we had a formation for the job, right? And as crazy as it sounds, there was so much value to it. There was so much of a pride to this, right? And I know it's crazy because it doesn't make a lot of sense, but that's the truth. That's the truth. It is the truth. Come back to EarTech, Cinderella programs, mention brand name, small word, Godspeed, Cinderella. No matter I know. I go. I want to listen to some of his old music. So, again. They put it in almost. Oh, there you go. Because a lot of people. Okay. We'll talk about this more, but Mac Miller. A lot of the people they loved Mac Miller. This is a good video too, actually. Pittsburgh is really good. Poppy, someone like you, really good. Watching a movie with the sound off, kicking incredibly dope shit. Larry, come around. Hello, life spins. If anyone get a mansion, a jacuzzi, a theater to watch my movie. It's one of my favorite songs. A lot of people do prefer his older stuff because Mac Miller started as this very upbeat artist, and then he had his depression, and then he came back to it. So a lot of people don't like the depression stuff. I do like the depression stuff. Want to get a mansion, a movie, a theater, watch my movies. You know, the fancy kids, and the Goonies on the wall. They're married on the wall. What if I white boy off them all? Nothing on the car. She's bobbling. No name's cuddling. Fuck you, then. Incredible. And so no, nothing. Mouth to be ahead of the caution and nothing around. No, they blow their head. No, they get that bitch. No, they're fair. They're be in love with a rock star, lead. Drop star. It's crazy. No. Imagine being so cocky that you're saying one of your songs that her boyfriend asked you where she's been a rock star, and that rock star is Mac Miller. His motherfucking kids. Kicking incredible dope shit. One of his first album. I think it's his first album, and I think after that it's Blue Side Park. So already you see the difference in mentality. Blue Side Park was not the best album. So, we just did a side tangent. See, we found value a lot in the governmental work. I wish we found this much value in what we're doing right here. Ooh, we're still missing something for the perfect morning. No, I know what you're saying. Ink, what are we missing, dude? Well, my dear friend. Well, my dear friend, this is the intro. That's why we're figuring shit out. We're figuring shit out. You bring you share. Not the song, not the singer. Share. But a share. Not you sit in, right? With the, because the other one doesn't have something to lean on, and this one does. So it's 10 times better. Because we found value, and I wish I did find value in what I'm doing right now. But the truth is, your body will tell you so much, which is incredible. Because your body will tell you, I'm tired, I'm hungry, you know? And then if you feel pride in something that you're doing, your body will tell you, hey, this is what you need to be doing, right? Just like when you burn, it's a beautiful concept. It's beautiful. No, don't cry. What if, right? When you burn yourself, your body associates burning with pain, and your body will have a negative reaction or nervous reaction of don't get burned, dude. Right? What if it was the opposite? You found something great. Holy shit! Wow. Okay, we're fucking saddened this morning. We're fucking scholars this morning. What if your body was able to have this positive response or something? So, for example, we're listening to Mac Miller. Now, I know what you guys are going to say. Ink, that was planned since day one. I swear to God, it wasn't. I swear to God, it wasn't. You have to believe me. La la la. You know what? La la is good, but grown up, no. What if just like that we were watching Mac Miller or listening to Mac Miller because this was something that we saw as a kid. And just hi, getting hate on me, little change on the drinks on me. I know man, no minus fan, my patrol, you all your friends. Baby, your mama grind, the day slow. Man, the thing they know, and get high, and all the problem. We make do what you say, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. We proceed to find you what they need. And then you know, think this song, it's a mess on. They're waffle, but I know that I'm about a bottle, yeah. Okay, turn it up, but scramble eggs. Hey, trying to get what you got. Gotta wait for what you got. This guy was. Yeah, so maybe just like we listen to Mac Miller, but we associate listening to Mac Miller with waking up early and going to work early. Maybe that's the same response. We find that this is more valuable than what we're doing right now because we find it's more valuable. This beneficial effect has more beneficial effects. For example, I'm eating 2 meals that I love. One of them is junk food, one of them is not junk food. The junk food is a bit better, but I'm gonna have remorse. The other one, I'm not gonna have remorse, so I'm intending to crave more of the positive one. And yeah, that's it. Anyway, love you guys. Long enough video. Sorry about the rambling. The ego. Yeah. They then no shirt. They then yogurt. Oh, that's not good. Don't blink. It's your boy Inko Couple Social. Here's the Walter having another beautiful day. Let's see the behind the scenes, ladies and gentlemen. So we have the 25th of April 2025. We have a beautiful sunrise. You can see. We have the camera filming in the tower. Right? You think it's finished, right? No. You hear this? This is me playing the tower on this phone. Right? We got another place with the tower, but she's saying, this is the same thing that she's showing every single time. What's new about it? Well, this. So we're listening to music, and before, I don't know why I didn't think about that, but this is beautiful. Listening to music, and booty. Not each with something to lean on, which we didn't have in like a year and a half. So, sit behind the scene, and we're saying goodbye with my friend, the loud truck. Have a nice day. Welcome to the show. Considering while having a wonderful day on this 25th. April 25. Sorry, we just hit the blinker. Super morning. Got this. She played through. We got beautiful music. And we're playing the tower. Now, I know what you're saying, dude. Oh, nice. Amazing music. What are you listening to? Mac Miller. Okay. I fuck with Mac. I fuck with Malcolm. But you know what you fuck? The subject of the video is Malcolm. So, Mac Miller. So, this is, I think, well, I don't think I'm pretty sure this is my third video on Mac Miller. So, you guys how much it means to me. Remembering artist, I did a video saying thank you. Everything that he's done for me. I told you guys why I love him so much. And then, we're watching a playthrough. Well, not a playthrough. We're listening to a playlist of somebody that puts his song together, which is 437 songs, which possibly all of the songs that he ever made, right? But I wanted to talk about Mac Miller because I took a break from listening to Mac Miller. But then again, I don't know. I took a long ass break from listening to Mac Miller. You guys know that I was listening to him almost non-stop when I was 2021, listening to him almost non-stop. And it was it was just listening to music that I liked him, right? It was just me going back to rap because, okay, so I feel like I have to do a recap. So I grew up listening to Linkin Park, right? But in high school, everybody was listening to rap, right? So pretty trying to fit in, I was listening to rap, but it was more so a case of I want to fit in versus I'm down with rap, right? And then I was listening to I Am Wham. I Am Wham is good. Best Day Ever. I'm looking in the mirror. Oh, dude, after knock, 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 that's so good. After Knock, Knock, Knock. Two great song. And then I was listening to new MTV top. I don't remember the year, but I remember we were listening to the song, and the song was Billy Talent, Falling Leaf. This was, I think, 2019. I'm not even kidding. I wish I was. And the song was Falling Leaf, and I love Billy Talent because I also grew up with Billy Talent. Song like Devil in the Midnight Mass, song like Surrender, Diamond on the Landmine. So Falling Leaf, right? The crooked little town where lost and never found. You would call your mind. Nothing else so hard to find. You can open up your mind, it doesn't make me blind. Let you know to worry, I won't let you know to worry. Listen to me, I'm gonna set you free. And we listened to this next song, which was Freak Market. And I was obsessed with Mac Miller because we had, at that time, I was going to the cooking school. And again, this is gonna be a long video, so it's gonna be a long, confused video. So if you don't like long video, don't. If you don't like confused video, don't. I know I just lost a bunch of people, right? But the truth is, this is so meaningful to me. And we're gonna tell you why after. I don't know why we're saying we, because I'm alone, but still. I was making music a lot because every single day I was doing 2 hours to go and 2 hours to come back. And I was watching the window, and I was very lucky because the early morning, it was going like that. I was tired. I was tired, so I was watching the whole thing. I'm like, holy shit, this is perfect, right? And I started listening to music, and Mac Miller came in, and Mac Miller already had. I discovered him. It was in between. It was a little bit after Blue Side Park. A little bit after Blue Side Park. So before Macadelic, which was one of the greatest albums in my mind. But Mac Miller, it was that, right? And it was the fact that I could download pretty much, I could go take a risk with pretty much every single song, and I would love it, and I would fucking love it, right? So Mac was something that was great, and then we listened to Macadelic, and then it completely changed. Then we had a movie with the sounds off, and I feel like this is pretty normal, but I feel bad about it. You can listen to this band, this album, and you're gonna like it, right? But then I really like Blue Side Park because it was new Mac Miller. I really like Macadelic because Macadelic was super smart. Again, you can listen to it a lot, and you could understand what he was trying to do. Then there was the album, which was, I believe it was Watching the Movie with the Sound Off. Watching the movie with the sound off as a kid, I didn't like it. Now I love it. I think it's pretty smart. Some of the things that he writes, some of the things that he's trying to portray here are really good. But it is an album that I think it was going to depression or something like that. And then it was Faces, right? And Faces I didn't like it at all. I didn't like it at all. I don't think there's one song in Faces that I loved. So now we're watching a lot of people. How can I say that? Not watching, but we're listening to a lot of people and playlists, and they include some of the older stuff of Mac Miller. And to me, I'm gonna be completely honest, I do prefer some of the older stuff, like Kids, incredibly dope shit, Mac Miller, Blue Side Park, Macadelic. These are my favorite album. But then I was watching this, right? And to me, it was crazy because we were obsessed with Mac Miller because this morning we were waking up really early. Now I don't know why. My brain, I was like, okay, so listen to music because I don't feel like making videos this morning. I feel like sleeping. So we started listening to music, and for some reason, which is beautiful, my brain went to, hey, let's listen to a song that we were listening to when we were dead tired, which was Mac Miller. So I haven't listened to Mac Miller on a daily basis since, I want to say 2021, or 2020, no, way after that. Yeah, way after that. So we have 3,700, which is not bad. Which is, one of my favorite songs. 1, 2, 3, 4. So hey, let him in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good kid. And also, let him in. Like $1,000,000, but my money don't really feel like I do. Do the boom them does. Stay to the ceiling high school, but now get out. Need the belt. Need the keep out. Need the rupees. Need the cookies. Everything good. But we're awesome. Like, it is awesome. Need the Honda. Like Anaconda. 1, 2, 3. Need the speed. Need the street. 1, 2, 3, 4. Get him to the door, so let him in. 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, sorry, this is emotional for me because we want to listen to Mac Miller, right? So and it was also the Mac Miller effect. Mac Miller was very upbeat, very positive. All the music that he was making, right? And I think that's what we needed. We were going through a lot. So I'm not gonna go back into the whole story because this is a story about Mac Miller. This is a video about Mac Miller, not about myself. But long story short, I had really controlling parents. Right? I bet you, a lot of guys can relate. And when I was going to work, I was working close to home. When I was going to school, I was going close to home. I didn't really leave the city. And I was born in Lachine, right? So there was always some control. And my father was working in the city. So you would see, it started with telling him, hey, your kid was there. Your kid skipped school, you know? Now, the craziest thing is, my mom, she would give me more freedom, but I didn't drive. And our neighborhood was suburbs. There was nothing else. There was nothing. It was a big bunch of nothing. I would stay in, right, and play video games. But I was still inside, right? So when we started going to school, which was culinary school with Mac Miller, it was the very first time where I had time for myself. So I would go out of the house for 2-3 hours, go to school, go back to home for 2-3 hours in the bus. They would leave for almost 14 hours of the day, which was on my own, right? And that was beautiful. And Mac Miller was there when I was trying to discover. I was discovering myself. I was discovering life. Not in a way of, okay, well, we're fixing every single problem on the earth. But in a way where, who am I, you know? So with Mac Miller, to be honest here, white kid, around the same age, he started making music when he was younger than me, the white kid, and it was super upbeat, right? And I relate that a lot. But it was also on the grind and beat positive, and I also relate to that. Yeah, so Mac Miller was something that I look up to, you know? And it was weird because Mac Miller was the first person that I look up to when he was younger than me. Now with people like Juice WRLD, with people like Lil Peep, people like XXX, you know, there's a lot of people that do that, right? A lot of people that are younger than me that are more talented than me, and you're looking at it and like, wow, this is incredible. But Mac was really, really amazing. And I do feel bad with Mac because Mac, I was obsessed with him. I was obsessed with him for a while, and then just completely from day 1 to day 2, I kind of gave up on him because of, again, do nothing but a dream turning to reality. Nothing but a dream turning to reality. A cup of Colleen. Let me get one way, the kid of a third nation. Meditation. Oh no, let's do it louder. Yeah, for the song, so I have time to listen. We're gonna be filming for 2-3 hours, so or I only need 2 hours. And then I came back to him because I felt this morning like it's so life is so weird because this morning we made a video. Well, not this morning, sorry, yesterday. I'm saying this morning because we didn't go to sleep yet. I'm in this really weird phase of my life where I'll sleep for 2-3 hours. So it's just like I slept, but it doesn't like I slept in my cup. You touched up the zipping. Ruby's fall in love. I'm like, bitch, you must be tripping. Ruby's fun fuck. First song that I listened to from Macadelic, which is my favorite album. So yesterday we made a video on Nico Cattle, which is a YouTuber. And then I really like about Mac Miller, that I really like about Nico Cattle. And again, this is gonna take a bit of a fake leap to understand this. But what I liked about the both of them was the fact that you see, one of my favorite things for Nico Cattle was, why am I talking about Nico Cattle? Because it's gonna make sense already. Was because he was a guy that made content for 5 years, every single day, for 5 years. But in those 5 years, you saw the ascent to fame, you saw the descent to madness, you saw him becoming a complete fool. In 5 years, he filmed so much that you really got to see how he was, right? And one of the only artists that I saw that worked as hard as he did was Mac Miller. And Mac Miller, yes, he was a musician that he was releasing 2 or 3 albums per year. And ultimately speaking, his career didn't last long because he died, sadly died. We're not gonna talk about the death because again, I think he's Malcolm Griffin. But at the same time, you saw him. And it was this morning when I saw the place of other people, right? Which was, it's incredible because people were adding a lot of his older stuff, and I didn't, a lot of his newer stuff. I didn't really like the newer stuff, right? Then when you look at it, it's actually super nice because kicking incredible dope shit, which is kids, was him being super happy and being super there, right? And then he came out with Blue Sidebar. Blue Sidebar was a bit more thoughtful, was a bit more confident, right? He was a bit more cocky. We love that Mac Miller. We love songs like Smile Back. We love songs like Freak Part Market. And then came out with Macadelic. Macadelic, he was going through depression, right? He was going through depression, and he was in the middle of depression, right? I feel like watching the movie The Sound Of was him becoming a little bit better, right? And watching the movie The Sound Of to me was one of this. See, my favorite album is Macadelic because of how deep he goes, but as a whole genre, as a whole energy to it, I'm gonna say that watching movie The Sound Of is possibly way better for a couple of reasons. I feel like watching movie with The Sound Of was he was still depressed, but he was healing. And I think watching movie with The Sound Of with songs like Gotta Do Something, Hell Nah, songs like Avian, you know, he was still trying to be this kid, right? He was still trying to be the kid that he was happy, but depression changed him. You know, depression changed him because depression changed him, right? Finding Diamonds Are Gold, Euphoria. Euphoria is good too. Holy shit! The question. Somebody do something matches Bird Call, wow. Watch a movie with Lucky Ass Bitch, Stuff Like Inside the Complex and Duplex. This is one of my favorite songs. Stuff Like Inside the Complex and Duplex. Crazy good. Crazy good. Please. Somebody gotta do this. I thought it was Macadelic. So it felt like he was trying to go back to himself, right? And then he had faces where I felt like, and it's odd because I faces, and again I mean that respectfully, but faces I felt like he was doing a lot of drugs. And he was lost in, you know, that drug. But then you realize that he was a dude that was battling with wanting to be who he was before depression. The depression deeply changed him. And we went through the same thing, but years later, right? Years later we went to depression when I was 22, which was 3 years after I started listening to Mac Miller, a year after I stopped listening to Mac Miller. And before my depression I was a different guy, right? But it really changed me. So the way it changed Mac Miller, and this is what you see, right? And then you start to listening to Faces, and you start to listen to his older stuff, especially his last album, which sounded like Self-Care, and I think Self-Care is one of his best songs, because he really found himself, you know? And to me, it's gorgeous. It's fucking gorgeous. Why? Because you have a guy who battled with depression that got out of it, that's trying to be himself. And you know, Mac in itself, Mac grew up making music, right? Started making music I think he was 17. I think he released Kick Kids at 17. He's still growing with the fact that, okay, well, I'm a celebrity and I'm trying to find my way, right? And then you saw the Miller family, which was amazing. But then you already see and it's weird because I feel like I'm being selfish or egocentric, but I do relate to Mac Miller a lot. You see his parents and that they ever, and how much they were there for him, you know? And I also was a kid who went through depression, who had incredible parents. It was at the party. People always came to me, I got ADHD. People always came to me like, hey, you're in a good mood. I had people, assholes, come to me and say, hey, make it do a joke, right? And then you took out depression. And at first, you're making a joke and they're laughing, right? Like, okay, well, they're asshole that just came in to get a joke. They don't really respect you. But you made them laugh, right? Then you're like, holy shit, that's kind of cool. But then you go in and like, wait a second. I had my depression now, but they still going to me and say, hey, make me laugh. You do a joke. They don't laugh. Because of that magic, right? So Mac was the same thing. It changes you. And then the person that you are is different. And then you could say, well, what happened if you didn't have the depression, right? Well, you'll never know. And that's pretty much it. With Mac Miller, I feel like the recap of this 20-minute video is, it feels great to listen to his whole discography because you saw the evolution of a guy for 5 years who made content. And he made content so much that you kind of see his day-to-day basic or his day-to-day mindset, which is amazing. But he also did content so much that you're like, holy shit, dude, I'm seeing the genesis of this, the ending of that. And it's odd because there's time where, again, you know that you have depression. You're not trying to understand the guy. Oh, dude, his music changed, I don't like him. Why does the music change, right? And it sucks. Just because I should have been able to say, I feel that way about, this is more personal, right? I feel that way about Mac Miller, I feel that way about Mac Miller, I feel that way about Linkin Park, I feel that way about, I feel that way about, of course, Mac Miller, but I feel that way about Nothing Nowhere. Those are all albums, right? Those are all albums that, those are all bands that we kind of gave up because the music changed, right? Why'd they change? I never really understood them, like, okay, well, let's move on to the next artist. And that sucks. Because these guys saved me. Mac Miller saved me. Nothing Nowhere saved me. Linkin Park raised me. You know? It's insane. Why did we give up on them? In the experience, I don't know. We get a mansion, a jacuzzi, a theater to watch my movie. What is this? Don't blink, it's Blink. Welcome to the Commentary Show. Visiting Walks, having a wonderful day on this 25th April 2025. I forgot to check if the rice was ready. I am so sorry. Oh, dude, what are you doing, Ink? Well, it's funny that we talked about Ink because today's video is on I Sign Kill and Motionless in White. We're listening to music by the way. So yeah. We're in a really weird mood because we just woke up and we're having to work out. We have to work. So how are we doing today? We're doing good? We're doing good. We're listening to Mac Miller right now. We're listening to, let's listen to Keep Me Alive, Euphoria, Best Day Ever. Let's do Best Day Ever, right? Best Day Ever sounds good. So today we're talking about I Sign Kill and Motionless in White. But more so the mentality of I Sign Kill and Motionless in White. You're gonna allow me to work, right? You don't mind if I work? Are you seeing the computer? Yes, cool. I'm not crazy and I'm not looking at nothing. I'm looking at this. So, long story short. My apologies. Ugh, don't feel good. We ate a lot. Best Day Ever. It doesn't feel like Best Day Ever. Oh, this is a remix. Bus, chess, yes. They took out the music from Best Day Ever. What the fuck? And so she had travel back in time. I'm in the vortex. When you make the work out, think I need more reps. And both of the vortex. Like a fucking Ornette. Say I got that, say I got now. It's all Disney, boy. My family proud. Make them say L, make them say ho. And that's the same one to tell you no, bro. What's that, Joe? Joe, then when I was dope. No matter where life takes me, you find me with a smile. Soon to be happy, I'll be laughing like a smile. And around, I could beat it sweet. I got a G, the sheep, a cheaper. And I'm never gonna live for nothing. I can't change my style. Well, I couldn't get better. This will be the best day ever. No matter what I dream, it ain't about me. This was about weeks of the night sleep, imagination, making, musical creation. Flipper Market, yo, let's go. Flipper Market. Okay. So why are we talking about these two? And first of all, what do these two have in common? We're of course talking about Motion White and I Sign Kill. You see me repeating this a lot, but I just love the two bands so much. I did deserve to be told their name, to be shouted out as much as possible. Miller, who the fuck are you? You too loud, but I ain't Uncle Luke, and I know Pittsburgh, but I make it your head stern. The child, my Monaco, I can like critical. No soul, but not like the large show, but Dark Roach, I'm Aaron. You gotta talk is dope. Good. You know, and it's gonna flat my roof. See, it's not showing the thumbnail. Shit. Oh, so we're gonna have to wait until it's closing, and then we're gonna have to restart the computer and still show the thumbnail. What do you have in common? I think I Sign Kill and Motionless in White are both bands that I love. If you look at I Sign Kill initial, it's Ink. My name is Ink Vendetta. There's definitely a link there. Not a big link, but there's a link there. With I Sign Kill, I follow them a lot. With Motionless in White, I follow them a lot. And we saw them as, and this is gonna be a crazy video because already the way we started is horrible, but I don't give a fuck because this is exactly the concept of the video. You think it wasn't planned? I can't say that it was planned perfectly, but it was planned. So with these two bands, there's something that's very, very similar. They've been around for a while, they're both popular, they both have this incredible product out, but they both started in very different ways. So with I Sign Kill, we had almost romantic shit with songs like, we had really romantic shit with songs like Red Sky, The Greatest Story Ever Told, This Boy Have Given Up, A Quantum of Moral, right? And The Fastest Way to a Girl's Heart is Through a Ribcage. So they really have to find themselves, right? And then they have songs like, exactly, the fastest way to a girl's heart is through a ribcage, which was a bit more metal, right? And then I think every single band, and this is kind of crazy because, of course, there's more men that did that, but every single band is going to have a specific sound when they're trying to make music, and they're going to have a different sound when they're going to be more advanced in their career, right? Just like with Bring the Horizon, you saw that with Linkin Park, right? Now, in most cases, sadly, I'll throw it. See, this video is exactly, in a weird way, this is such a nice video to make. I'm in a really good mood today, I'm really productive today, so that's fun to do. See, in both ways, these are the only bands that, as they grew, they got better. I didn't really like the early Motionless in White stuff. Things like Annabelle, I didn't really like. Creature, I didn't really like. But then, to their defense, the next album that they did, which was amazing, was songs like Devil Night, which Devil Night was the first song that I heard from Motionless in White and I fell in love with at the band. If I thought that will kill it, songs like stuff that I really enjoyed. Biggest Cycle, 570, Forsaken, I Walk the World Alone, No Sanctuary. And then we'll come back to I Sign Kill. They made some better songs. One of the first great song that is signature with their music is Me, Myself, and I. I fell apart as pages of the story of our lives. It's black and white, wrong or right, a struggle to survive. And I've been falling apart in the pouring rain. I'm waging war on myself, a captive casualty. Traded a merciful heart for a murderous brain. And this is a song that was inspired by Dr. Jekyll and Hyde, right? And this is the first time that it is a song that was proper to music. Ice and Kill ended up doing music from the. This is gonna be very nice to do. Very complex though. So I'm gonna need you guys to have a leap of faith. That's the first time that they did music for their current stuff, which is songs like Appleton Battery, songs like Resident Evil. That would be a good song to listen to right now. Yeah, so they took songs from, they made songs by the movie they were watching. So with Ice and Kill, right? With Ice and Kill, what they were doing is, I don't even know how to say it. It is so freaking odd. Okay, so now I need to do just a little bit of something. Okay, where's one piece or something like that? Okay, and let's do rain, ice and kill, rain. Rainy day, I am listening, only whispering, it is sinking in, cause I'm sick of it. This is such a good song. So you see, yeah, that. So you see the beauty of those two bands, where they both started with a song that wasn't theirs. A lot of people, myself included, believe that when they started, they were influenced by Marilyn Manson, which is a really good artist. But do I want to listen to Marilyn Manson? Am I going to listen to another band? I'm going to listen to Marilyn Manson. I haven't been listening to Marilyn Manson, believe me or not. I don't try to believe it is the truth. So Emotion White, and then they changed, and then look at their new album, which is album like Graveyard Shift and Figure. They even did Disaster Beat, which is amazing. With Emotion White, we started listening with All True, and the Atmo Dance, Evil, in the evidence, oh, the right away, if anything for the rainy day. It's all true, no naturality, dumb, no reality, loader, roller. I am listening, I'm whispering, is this again? Cause I'm sick of it. Oh man, this song. And yeah, so both artists really took their time to discover their own sounds. Ice and Kill, we went with a very nice, very nice. And the worst thing with Ice and Kill, if you listen to the early stuff and you put a bit more metal, this is exactly. The reason why I know about Ice and Kill is because of the song that they did, which was a cover of Animal by Maroon 5. They did this cover from Maroon 5. That's why I heard of them and I was aware of them. Right? And if it wasn't for Maroon 5, I would have never known Ice and Kill, right? If you look at their stuff, their first song that I got from them was Pop Goes Punk, and I feel like right now their sound is amazing, but it's proper to them, right? Or Ice and Kill, or Emotion White, once again, trying to imitate Marilyn Manson, but then they really found their own sound. And when you listen to Emotion White, nothing is alike. Stick song like their really sound like Disaster Piece or Another Life. If I can't let you go, with darkness divide. If the truth come to love, if the truth come to life, we were begging for keys, so we both knew the cost of the only way out of your heart-shaped box. Cause I hate what it seemed. Such a good song. Cause I hate that it seemed you were never in love. And why are we talking about them two, right? Because there has to be a reason to it, right? It's because those two took so much time to find their own sound, right? And you saw them grow up, grow up artistically, right? What if it was like that for everybody else? What if the content creator, this is where we're going with this video. What if as a content creator you see people content change? Like for example, one of the next example is PewDiePie, who used to do a lot of gaming content, and now he's a dad, so his content is more family oriented, right? He moved to Japan, so a bit more of a Japanese style content. And he has amazing music, amazing content. For example, his intro with the VHS tape. This is gorgeous. This is beautiful. I love that. I love it. But it took some time. And now we're seeing with Ice and Kill in this Emotion White. Ice and Kill, I started listening to it. I'm not even kidding. I started listening to it. I was honestly 22. I want to say 22. And we started listening to Emotion White. I was 23. And they really evolved. They really evolved. To a point where they're not recognizable. But then this was almost 10 years ago. Both Ice and Kill started listening to them. But their style changed. I was 24, so that's possibly 2014, right? Which is crazy. And then you see PewDiePie and the way he evolves, right? And then, are you willing to? So, it's called Gex. I don't think Ice and Kill would be the way they are today if it wasn't for the fact that they've been doing music for so long. I don't think that Emotion White would be doing music for as long as they do, and the style wouldn't change, right? And then you see somebody like PewDiePie who also has been doing content for 10, 15 years. So of course the content is able to change, right? The difference here is who's going to listen to the same people for, like for example myself, right? I make about 10, 15 videos a day. Easily, right? So we're going to be listening to 10 years of 10, 15 videos a day, which is a astonishing number of around 3,800 per year. So that's 38,000 plus 19,000, which is 57,000 videos, right? Easily, and 15 years. We're going to be listening to that, and we're going to see the change the way we do. Now, with Ice and Kill and Emotion White, they release albums. So release album every single year, every single 2 years. So you have 12 songs for every 2 years, which is around 24, that's about a song every 2 months, right? And then you listen to them and you really see the change, right? And not a first listen, a second lesson, right? So you give those artists, and that's the point of the video. This is the concept of the video. If you give the time to an artist to evolve, to find his place, to really become what he wants to become, I think content creation, I think music, I think everything is just like world, right? You discover yourself as an artist. You're taking your first step, and you need to walk before you can run, right? And then when you run, you're able to do whatever the fuck you want, right? But when you walk, it's still a learning experience, right? It's still a learning exercise. So if you would give your favorite artist the time to see them evolve, but at the same time, is the evolution. Evolution is a change, and a change is either positive or negative. So if somebody changed in a way that you don't like them, you're gonna be looking at the old content, right? And I think a lot of us do that. I think a lot of us go to old content that they're doing. For example, I was talking about Nico Avocado, because I was talking about Mac Miller, which let me talk about Nico Avocado. Don't ask me why. Do not ask me why. That's the way it goes. That's just the way it is, right? And in a weird way, that's exactly what I was talking about. I listened to old content from Mac Miller before it changed. I listened to old content from Nico Avocado before it changed, right? So that's why we're talking about, I think, Kill Emotional Whites. The number of cases where the content, the music content, whatever you want to call it, has improved with time. It's actually really rare. It doesn't really translate into it, but it should be, because the more time you have, the more experience you have. The more experience you have, the more in your skin you are, right? When I look at content I was doing 4 years ago, to me it improved because we're less shy and we're able to talk more, right? But then again, people would prefer the shortest out videos. They would prefer, like, it get to the point already, right? And it's crazy. It's crazy because, again, this is a change, and this is a positive change, this is a negative change. Then ultimately speaking, with content creation, when you're doing daily videos, a lot of my content is my day-to-day life, right? My day-to-day thoughts, my day-to-day process, right? And it's odd because you think about it, right? You think about it. It's so odd. It's so odd. I forgot something. I forgot to do. Oh, fuck, I had a second mind and I forgot it. Fuck. Jeepers Creepers. I'm gonna be doing Jeepers Creepers. Making content we like. The Office, of course. There was another video that was, I don't remember. Fuck. I hate that. But yeah, so making content every single day, and it's my life, and sometimes going forward in life means that people don't like you as much, right? And that's a shame. That's a shame. Because then you enable a setback. You enable the fact that I don't want to grow up, I don't want to mature, because if I mature, people won't like my music as much, or my content as much, and that's destruction. So giving the time to people to become themselves, but not wanting them to truly become themselves, or it's a risk you're willing to take. Yeah. That's great content. So now, alright. Let you grow up, I won't let you pass it. I won't make you grow up, I won't make it past 6. Good. Okay. people to be able to say, eh. Fearing for the rest of the guild. Since content will never skip more than day, but on days I don't feel like it, I'll play less, you know? It must be similar for other peeps. However, I've had a member of the guild DM me and say, hey, we have a little bit of drama over here. What kind of guild that gets all the boxes? That game suck. Wait, seriously? Or even been close to not business. I won't make you grow up, I won't make you buy 6. Make you grow up, I won't make you buy 6. I'm just a freak, like, I'm just a freak. I snort. I, of course, would love to start the new season with Upload, but Upload chances if there isn't a immediate risk, then do. Oh, hey folks.
Around town to see what you do on a daily basis. Why don't you record a grocery trip and show us what you buy? They call it a grocery haul or something like that video. It's very popular, right? Why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? All right? Now, for most people, these things seem like commonplace things, harmless, interesting, even ideas of variety content that Phil can put out on the internet and get him attention and views and support from his followers. However, what you don't understand, very simply put, is that commonplace things for everyone else become actual IRL harassment, becomes things that can actually hurt myself, my family, my livelihood. You guys have no concept of how many idiots have tried to hurt me over the years. I've been around for over 17 years as a content creator. You wouldn't even want to hear the half of the stuff that's been done to me and the attempts that have been made to try to screw with my life. Insane stuff, like ridiculous, over-the-top crap you wouldn't believe. How about they tried to actually get my wife and I divorced by trying to file divorce papers, even though neither of us actually did it. I wish that was a joke, but it's not. You
see what I'm saying? Like, that's just one example. That's the tip of the iceberg, all right? And I've used this example before, but I'll say it again. Many years ago, I was in my kitchen, vlogging, okay, just filming around my kitchen, doing the vlog. I don't remember what it was. There happened to be a utility bill sitting on my countertop. Now, was the bill open? Did it have all of my account information and everything on it? No. It was just the envelope. All it said on it was, you know, like, return address, here's the utility company. That's it. That's all you could see in the video. And keep in mind, this was before I was even doing the quality I'm doing now. You know, I was using a crappy camera that was like, you know, not even 720p quality or anything. These people used software, okay, to engineer the video to hyper fixate or whatever you want to say to see the address of the utility company. They then contacted the utility company using common knowledge of information that was doxed about me on the internet, including my name, my address, my phone number, stuff that I never originally put on the internet, but they did. Okay, they socially engineered the account, and we're going to have all of my power turned off and have my account closed, unbeknownst to me. And this actually would have happened if they didn't actually send me a confirmation email saying,
God damn it.
thanks for all your requests, and as of Monday that'll be done. And I said, what? Of course, I contacted them. I told them what was going on. They then put into effect safeguards so that can't happen ever again. Multiple levels of identity verification, authorization, etc. Okay? So that's just a couple examples of things that have been done to me over the years that normal people never would have to be bothered. Imagine if you got married and you just told people on the internet, hey, I got married. Do you think people would then try to contact places to get your marriage annulled or a divorce paper filed? Right? But that's the situation I'm in. Insane people of the vortex. That vortex around me of completely mentally ill people. Because, ladies and gentlemen, if you're involved in a drama vortex on the internet, you are mentally stunted.
Damage.
Period.
Damage. Landmine. Defense.
Normal people don't do that. Because normal people have lives. Normal people have jobs.
Pour ceux qui montent à l'ordre, je vais jamais arrêter.
That's what they focus their time on. They don't focus their time on trying to swindle the internet.
At this point, you should also draw on TLN.
But they just follow a bunch of people on the internet who crap on them daily. Like a Pied Piper, the morons follow them around.
I'm in the rage.
Because of the level of mentally ill people.
Fait que finalement,
Try to things that would obviously be feasible for someone else is just like an insane task for me because of the level of liability that I have doing it. Right now, if I were to take a camera and to walk through my home, literally by the end of today,
I'm in the rage. Whoa,
I
whoa,
have
whoa.
20 things happening to me that are
Yum.
seriously. And I wish that that's a joke. It's not. Okay, like literally this would be happening. All right, so.
This guy. That was like,
Well, because last night, live on stream, while I was building this Piranha Plant Lego, which by the way is looking pretty cool. I actually wish we had gotten further, but because I had to do the Switch 2 pre-order, we didn't get to do as far as I would like. You can see we're halfway done. This is 50% done with the build. It's the pipe, the stem, and the leaves actually move around and be like maneuvered and positioned and go away. And a cool feature of this to show you, it has a door at the bottom. And what happens is, it actually has a coin Lego that it comes with. So you like put coins in, and you press that, they fall out the bottom. Don't have to use that for.
Hello?
But it's a nice
Vous m'appeler?
So it's half done. I really wish we were finished it. So it took over half an
Non,
hour.
je vais réveiller.
So it looks like one more shot to wrap up the Piranha Plant. I can't wait,
Pour
actually.
vrai?
We're gonna finish it. It looks really cool.
Shit.
So anyway.
Mais je me suis réveillé, là, j'ai vu sur la play, j'ai dit, toi, il m'appelle dans mes tours, qu'est-ce qui se passe?
I went ahead.
Qu'est-ce qui se passe à tout avec
My Switch 2 pre-order.
Ça me demandait, c'est quoi?
Basically what I did
C'est pas
J'ai aucun souvenir d'avoir appelé, sincèrement, là,
Ah, wow. OK.
aucun souvenir. Pour moi, j'étais, tu sais, des fois, tu te réveilles, t'es entre les deux, là. J'ai tapé là-dedans, là, parce que je regarde dans mon historique d'appel, puis je t'ai appelé oui. C'est gars, désolé, là, mais bon. Hey, il fait super beau dehors, pourquoi je passe pas à 8h30 prendre un café?
OK, mais parce qu'aujourd'hui, c'est bon, des boys.
Ok, mais regarde, j'étais là de 8h30 à max 9h. C'est bon? Prends ce café vite. It's the rage.
But for me, as a creator, to be able to unbox it live on launch day, to hook it up, to test it, that is primo content. That's the kind of content people come to expect from me from over the years. I did it with PS5, I did it with PS4, Xbox One, right? I did it, back in the day with the Wii U. I did eventually do it with the Switch. I did it with my first Switch, and the Switch bricked, and I had a second one. And eventually I did do that with the Xbox 360, although it was late to the game, so I didn't get it right away, right? This is the good content people like. They want to see that stuff up front, especially if you couldn't get the pre-order. Gee, let's see what it's like on launch day, and let's get Phil's honest opinion on it, right? So.
It's here! Goddess of Victory, DK's 2nd.5 anniversary event is finally here. New players can get over 250 free recruits by completing missions. Come and recruit your favorite Nikkei. The new Pilgrim Little Mermaid is now recruitable. Don't miss out. Moreover,
I miss the rage.
is also joining the fight. She's an incredibly strong Nikkei from the Big Green who's been integrated with advanced tech. Join now and recruit your powerful SSR Nikkeis.
That's why. It's not necessarily because I'm going to be making insane amounts of content on the Switch 2. I would play Mario Kart World very heavily, but outside of that, there's nothing else till Donkey Kong, and then after that's probably nothing else, quite frankly, for the end of the year. But, it's still great content that you guys want, right? So, that's why I planned it out. I literally had created accounts on every single site. Best Buy, Target, Amazon, Walmart. Had them all lined up, had everything ready to go. All the payment information was in there. The addresses were in there. So when these pre-orders went live, I could do it. And I did. I tried all of them. Best Buy crapped out, didn't work. Target, I had an in-card, wouldn't check out. But Walmart, I got.
The rage.
not only one, but the two different versions, the basic Switch 2 and the Switch 2 bundle. So I'm thinking, wow, I can maybe have one for personal use here for the business, and one, maybe I can give it to my wife, maybe I can give it away to a fan. It's a backup. Because remember, when I bought the Switch 1, it ripped within 24 hours, and I was stuck without a Switch for several months because of that. To have the backup is absolutely awesome, okay? That's a great thing. So it's like, not only did I get one, I lucked out and was able to get another one, all right? But my problem is very simple. I, still to this day, try to maintain a level of normalcy. So because I did this online, immediately my online stalkers decided to ruin it for me. And basically, here's what happened, okay? It went through, done deal. Payment was charged, everything good. So we went back to the stream, and I completed, as far as I could, this build. We hit the goal, so that's great. Now we hit 30 gold chips, which means we're doing the Chipotle DSP tries today. Alright? And then basically around 9:45-ish. Alright, I logged off, I said, alright, I gotta get going. Now, a few things actually happened that you guys aren't aware of. Number one, because I bought the two Switch 2s, one of them went to my bank account, and I tried to do it for the second one, and my bank account thought it was a fraudulent transaction and froze my account. So I had to contact the bank to get the account unfrozen. It was really stupid, okay? The other one I went through a different payment method, alright? That's how I got both Switch 2s. So actually the orders were staggered. One checked out at one point and one checked out at another point via different payment methods, okay? So as soon as the stream went offline, I had to sit and wait on hold, alright, for like 40 minutes with my bank to get the bank account unfrozen so I could do other things and pay bills with it, okay? So as that's happening, I'm doing other things. I actually filmed the daily wrap, and the first daily wrap I filmed was like triumphant. Wow, what a great day. We had an amazing stream of Oblivion, and we hit my goals. We did build the Lego, and we hit the goals. I got my Switch 2s pre-ordered. Amazing day. So I finished recording that, alright? And I was actually about to start like uploading while I was on hold with my bank. And all of a sudden, I get an email, and it says, "You have successfully canceled your order." And I said, "What?" And I started reading the email from Walmart, and it says, "Congratulations, you have successfully canceled your Switch 2 pre-order." And I looked at it, and it was the first Switch 2, the one that was the base unit, not the bundle, but the first one that I had checked out and paid for. And I said, obviously, I did not do that. So the first thing I did is I logged in to my account, okay? The thing is, I have various ways to log into everything. I make sure that I'm not limited to only one way, all right? So I have all these backups, these, safeguards, so that I can log into things multiple different avenues. So I logged into my Walmart account
Guardian.
to find out that someone had access to it, okay? And I could tell because they changed the password on the account, okay? In addition, they started messing with the account, meaning they were adding and removing things to my cart. So I'm thinking, how could this possibly have happened? All right. And as I'm doing that, trying to figure it out, they canceled my second Switch 2 pre-order right in front of me. And I'm like, wow, well, this is pretty messed up. So, of course, I try to contact customer support, and I try to get them on the phone, and I'm not even kidding. They hang up on you. You call, you get to the automated system, and you go through, and you say, okay, I want to talk to a rep, because none of your automated options are going to help me here. And they say, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't hear what you just said, and then the phone hangs up. And I tried it 3 different times in a row, and that's how they treat you on the line. They hang up on you at Walmart. You see why I don't like to do business with Walmart? I've said this before, they're just a really bad company to deal with. So I ended up going to their chat service, okay? And going through their chat service, of course, you talk to someone at a customer service center on the other side of the planet, but they're doing their best to help you. So I start to explain the situation, all right? And of course, they're utterly confused. They don't know if I'm contacting them to complain about the orders canceled. They don't know if I'm contacting them to find out how someone has access to my account. So they're, their head is spinning, and this is just someone in a call center who's trying to help me, basically with a notebook or step-by-step instruction fact on how to deal with customers, and they don't have any idea how they're supposed to help me. Okay, they don't. So basically, they have to go get their supervisor involved.
No music. I'm gonna get copyrighted. What the fuck? Who's that? I'm looking at screen display. Okay.
And after a lengthy discussion, here's what we verified. Someone contacted Walmart, basically saying they were me. They had my name, my address, my phone number, my email. Public information. Not that that should be public information. It shouldn't. But it is because people doxed me 10 years ago, right? My address and phone number were doxed by trolls on the internet a long, long time ago, and it never should have been public information, but it is. Okay? So, should Walmart have been able to grant access to a third party with that information? No, and I confirmed that. They absolutely should never have done that. It should have only been done via the methods that I have set up, including, like a text message code, or an email to a different associated email address with a confirmation code, or using an app, a third-party app to have a specialty authenticity code, all these methods. But someone who works at Walmart wasn't that smart and said, oh, I'll just believe you. And they sent the person through, I think it was like a chat, the authorization code, which you're not supposed to do. So my account was socially engineered. Because when people say, what does social engineering mean? It means that despite the fact that you have things in place to stop unauthorized access, some moron does the wrong thing because they believe a lie. Someone says they're to someone else, and with very basic information tries to prove it, and an employee is just dumb enough to believe it and does something they're not supposed to do, granting access to that unauthorized party. So someone was sent a code that they were not supposed to be sent. They then logged into my account. They canceled Switch 2 pre-orders. They changed the password on the account, and then they were in the process of adding things to cart because they were going to try to buy things that I didn't want to screw with my money.
Duffel.
Okay? So basically, I got control of the account through the real methods that you're supposed to use. I was able to change the password, and by setting up another level of authorization, it kicked them out. So they don't have access anymore. They were literally like removed, kicked out, timed out of their session on the account. And now I have access and ownership of the Walmart account again. Not that it makes any difference, because of course, once all of that happened, I said to the customer service, well, what do we do now? And they said, there's nothing we can do. Switch 2 sold out. You're out of luck. The best we can do is give you a credit on your account, which they did. They actually gave me a credit against my account. Like, what's the point of that? I'm not getting the Switch 2. So for your inconvenience, here's a credit to your account. And we'll let you know when the Switch 2 is back in stock so that you can order it. That's what they say. Oh, we'll put you on the list and you'll get a notification from us when the Switch 2 comes back in stock. So let me get this straight. Somebody in your company is a dumbass. And through completely illegal means, granted access to my personal account information, even though they weren't supposed to. And the thing you're going to do for me is give me a few bucks. Wow, that sounds like a real way to treat the customer, doesn't it? But again, I am the exception to the rule. I am the person who had this stuff happen. 99.9999999% of the populace, this would never happen. And by the way, for the record, this person was trying to do this from the moment that I ordered the Switch 2, which was around 9 p.m., till past 10 p.m. Like, it took them a while to find someone who was gullible enough to believe them and give them access to the account. They had been trying to do it for over an hour before they finally found the sucker who believed them. So probably they did this 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times and kept backing out, trying again, until finally they found someone stupid enough. Okay? So, here's the thing. This is the problem with having customer support on the other side of the planet, with people who don't understand shit, sitting in a call center, looking at a step-by-step instructional guide on how to help someone. Because they don't understand that people can actually do malicious things and mess with people's livelihood. Like, for example, thank God I got into the account when I did, and I changed everything. They could have been adding things to my Walmart cart and checking out and spending my money. Now I would have had to catch that.
I miss the
cancel all
rage.
orders before they ship, or else now I'm responsible for returning a whole bunch of shit that I didn't want to order, and I never authorized payment on. So I want you to think about how messed up this is, okay? Now, I am going to say something, and I've had enough of this shit, okay? Since last night, I announced that this had happened to me, okay? Every motherfucker on the planet is trying to blame me, alright? You showed an email, you showed an order number, you said it was Walmart, you said it. Now listen, again, I will admit this. I should have just gone offline to do this. I never should have said I got it from Walmart. I never should have done any of that. I should have said, I'm going to pre-order, and I'll be back. And I should have just rate the stuff, rate the music, and slides, instead of sitting here doing it and telling you guys the process, because I thought it was kind of exciting. You guys were excited to see if I was going to get it or not, right? So I thought it would be good content, and it was good content, quite frankly. People liked it who were on the stream. But God forbid that I make good content, right? Because, now wow, if I do that, I'm at risk. This is the point I keep making to you guys. This is why I can't go film in my house. I can't do IRL logging. I can't do any of that shit, because that stuff is an actual risk. So the fact that I sat here saying, oh, I'm pre-ordering from Walmart. Oh, here's the confirmation email. That literally put me at risk because they could socially engineer the account. All right? Now, all the moronic shit that the tinfoil hat wearing idiots are saying, go fuck yourselves. All right? No, Walmart didn't cancel my pre-orders because I ordered 2 Switches and there's a 1 Switch per household policy. That never happened. No, 100% fucking false. It was outright canceled by someone who had access to my account. They were adding shit to my cart and they changed my password. You dumb fucks. All right? You and your fucking insane let's blame Phil in every situation. And even on top of that, anyway, it's still a crime that was committed. Even if I told you I ordered from Walmart, it's still a fucking crime to impersonate someone's identity. It's called identity fraud, identity theft. It's a fucking federal crime. And this is like the 10th time it's happened to me. This happened to me with accounts years ago, and that's why I had to redo my entire fucking bank account and all of that shit. It happened with my utility. Now it happens again. This social engineering and identity fraud is a huge fucking problem. And no one out there is equipped to handle it. None of these companies understand the level that people will go to fuck with someone just because they're mentally ill.
No, that's not true.
So they have no real safeguards against it. At any moment, any employee of any company could be a moron and grant access to all of your shit. Even if you have 1-factor, 2-factor, 3-factor, 7-factor authorization, you have apps that offer, doesn't matter. They just, oh, okay, I believe you. Here's a code. Go ahead. There's nothing you can do. So what I have to do moving forward, I know how insane this sounds. From now on, I literally have to not make anything public that involves anything like this. Bill's gonna do a pre-order. All right, guys, I'll see you later. I'll be back. You know, that's just it. You know, there's nothing that I can do about it. It's just insane. And again, oh, this is your fault. How?
A little work.
How is it my fault exactly? Tell me how someone actually committing a crime is my fault. Oh, you showed an email. What's your fucking point, you incredible mouth drooler? You incredible brainless twit. So what if I showed an email that doesn't give someone the right to impersonate me, say that they're me, fool a customer service rep into thinking they're me, to get access to my account, cancel orders, put things in my cart, and change my password? That's all illegal. You fucking moron. So, what does this mean? How do I proceed? And what do we do? Okay? Well, first off, the pre-orders are all done, just for the record. They sold out everywhere. I tried, you couldn't even get Target to work. I had it in my cart at Target. It never worked. It just aired out endlessly. You could never buy it. Best Buy didn't work. They didn't launch at 9 p.m. like they were supposed to. They launched at like 9:20, 9:30. It aired out repeatedly, and almost no one could get it from there either. Okay? I tried GameStop this morning. Their website wouldn't even work. I tried to app their app, air it out, and by the time that it finally loaded again, it just said, oh, not available. So I can't buy it through official means. And the thing is, I want to. You have to understand something, all right? I wanted to buy the Switch 2. I had every intention of paying my own hard-earned money to get the Switch 2. These crazy criminals, these mentally stunted morons, are the reasons why I can't just do normal shit through normal means like everyone else. That's all I wanted to do was just buy a Switch so I could do it as a launch coverage like I'm entitled to as a content creator, like every other human who has money. I should have been able to do it. But instead, I have to have federal crimes committed against me. Alright? So, I don't know what else to say. It's fucked up. It's a fucked up situation. So number one, I'm just going to tell you this. Alright? I'm going to make this abundantly clear. No longer am I going to listen to or entertain any moron or idiot who says, Phil, you over-exaggerate. Phil, you make stuff up. Phil, you do this for sympathy. You do this because you want free shit. I don't want anyone to donate anything to me. Do you understand what I'm telling you? I wanted to buy the Switch 2 last night. The ability to just make an actual commercial transaction was taken away from me. And I was saying, hey, I'm going to buy the Switch 2. Please donate a Switch 2. No, I wanted to buy it. And they wouldn't let me. You get it? How fucked up that is? I work hard. People support my content because they like it. I earn money that I should be able to spend on whatever I want. I shouldn't have to worry about pussyfooting around, being incredibly afraid that I say or do something that might jeopardize myself or my family's privacy, or have someone commit a federal crime to impersonate me to try to fuck with me and my livelihood. You get it? Like, that should never happen in any circumstance. It's not okay in any way, shape, or form, in any time or place. It's not right. So enough with your, oh, Phil deserves it, Phil showed the email, Phil said he bought it from Walmart, Phil ordered 2 Switches. You're fucking stupid. You're the dumbest motherfucker on the planet. Kiss my fucking hairy ass. Someone went out of their way to commit a federal crime to stop me from covering the launch of the Switch 2, and now it's time to fucking suffer. Because here's why you're gonna suffer, you dumb fuck. You ready for this? Why do you think I have been around for 17 years? Do you think it was chance? Do you think it was coincidence? Do you think that for some reason I just magically stayed? Ladies and gentlemen, the reason that I'm still here after 17 years is one fucking word. Perseverance. Get it? I don't give up. I don't fail or falter. I don't fall down on my knees crying, oh my god, it's all over, they got me. Instead, when people fuck with me, I use that as motivation to continue forward positively, to keep sticking to my guns, to keep doing what I know is the right thing to do. And that's why people still care about Darkside Phil in 2025. It's not because I sold out and became a shill like one half of the internet, and it's not because I became a toxic bully who gets into drama and awful content like the other half of the internet. It's because I am a man alone standing on an island making content the way no one else dares to be different, to not hurt others, and to say no matter what you throw against me, you're not gonna hurt me. I am the rock face upon which the waves crash, and I never fucking crumble. Get it? It doesn't matter what you do, what you fucking say, it doesn't matter how you portray me on the internet, I'm going to be here every day, streaming, making meaningful, positive content for my viewers and audience until the day that I decide I am done and I hang up the mantle of Darkside Phil, the streamer and content creator. I decide my destiny. I am the master of my own fate, and there's nothing any of you can do about it. You fooled someone in Pakistan or India into thinking you were me, and you logged into my account and you canceled my pre-orders. So what? I'm still here. I'm still streaming. I'm still gonna play a game today. I'm still gonna make content. I'm still gonna make a living. And guess what? When people fuck with me, more people support me. You stupid, incredible, brainless idiot. When you mess with Darkside Phil, people rally to support Darkside Phil. That's why I'm still here 17 years later. Do you know what the King of Hate moniker meant? It didn't mean that I was a hateful individual who wanted to crap on others and be a bigot and a sexist and a racist and to insult Hideo Kojima like all the morons said it was. The King of Hate moniker is that when people hate against Bill Burnell takes all of that hatred and vitriol against him and he uses it as fuel. He throws it into his fucking engine and he burns it up and it propels him forward with energy and vigor to make positive content and to be successful. I own the hate against me and I use it to push forward positively and succeed. And that's why I'm here 17 years later. No matter how many morons have tried to end me, I'm still fucking here. I'm not going anywhere. Right now I'm actually on a high. Things are going well for me. Think about all the awesome stuff that's happened in the last year, the massive upgrades to my setup, the fact that I'm a successful co-streamer. I'm making money. I can afford all the things. I was going to buy 2 Switch 2s because I can afford them. I didn't have to do a special event to fundraise for it. I just get them. I just became a verified and partnered streamer on Kick, and that's working out. All these things are working well for me. You get it? Well for me. So every time you fuck with me, all you do is prove my point. I am not going to falter or fail. I'm going to continue. You are going to sit there and stew and cry and seethe and mope and cope and say, I can't believe it. Like the Grinch on Christmas morning when he looked down at Whoville and he said, Christmas still came, even without toys, even without the feast, even without all of those things. They're still happy. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it doesn't matter how you fuck with me. I'm still going to be here. I'm not going to give up. So many people said to me over the years, Phil, why don't you give it up and throw in the towel? With all the things that's happened to you, that's documented. Not even the things you say, but the things that are public is crazy. We can only imagine the things that have happened behind the scenes that we don't even know about. How do you keep doing it? Well, maybe it's because I'm stubborn. Probably a big part of it. Again, I'm the kind of guy that my whole life, when someone looked at me and said, you can't do it. You're not good enough. You're a scumbag. You're an asshole. You're a jerk. This and that. I said, I'm glad you feel that way. Now I'm going to prove you wrong. And every single time in my life that it's happened, I persevered. When in the Street Fighter community they said all I was a big shit talker, and I was never going to put my money where my mouth was and actually win, I proceeded to win tournament after tournament after tournament after tournament in Super Turbo, and show them all that I was great. And then they had nothing else to fucking say until people tried to erase that narrative and rewrite it years later on the internet. The fact remains, I became a top level tournament player, despite the fact that everyone thought that I was just going to be a shit talking scrub. On YouTube, everyone said, "Oh, Phil, you're a no one. Your quality sucks. No one likes your content because you're just a schlub." And I said, "All right, fine."
What kind of fuckery is this?
I constantly.
You make me Mr. Segregated.
And now I'm trying to do 25, and I'm
What kind of fuckery is this?
I say,
What kind of
It doesn't
fuckery
matter
is
how many
this?
views you have. It doesn't matter how many
You
people
make
watch
me
your content.
Mr. Segregated.
Care about making your content work. I know that now. I'm much more successful and happy and positive in my life today, having a few thousand major supporters who love what I do, as opposed to back in the day when I had hundreds of thousands of people who were watching me, but no one was really supporting. They were just watching. Get it? There's a big difference. But people don't get that. They don't understand. They actually are that ignorant. They don't get it. So here's the deal. Moving forward, I just have to be more careful. I have to be careful about what I tell you guys. I have to be careful about how I operate. I thought that I had been careful, and to the point where people were calling me paranoid. You're not going to do a cooking video in your kitchen. What are you, stupid and crazy? What could possibly happen? You're not going to do a vlog in your house. You're not going to go do this IRL video. Everyone else does it. You're just a coward. No, I'm not a coward. It's just that I'm one of the most abused people on the internet, and I know better. I'm not stupid. And so when you say, do a fan lobby night, do a this, do shut the fuck up. I know better, because I've been there, done that, I've been through it almost 18 years. I know what I'm doing. Trust me. Stop fucking trying to demand things from me that don't make any goddamn sense, because I'm the exception to the rule with this level of harassment that I get. I'm not going to put up with this nonsense anymore of people telling me that I'm being paranoid and wrong. When literally, the one time that let's do something different on stream, let's open up, let's do this, and then it's fraud. What crimes and fraud? The first opportunity that I give, they take it. Alright? So, I'm not stupid. I'm just not putting up with this shit ever again. So, yeah, don't expect me to do stuff like that. I come back in a few. I'm not going to give you guys details of anything. Alright? Now, rest assured, okay? Rest assured. I'm going to find a way to make this work. I don't know what it is right now. I'm being frank with all of you. I don't know. It seems like there's no legal way to buy the Switch 2 right now because they're all pre-ordered out. No one's going to magically find Switch 2 sitting around and say, oh, I can sell you this for launch day. But I'm going to figure out something. I'm going to tell you this. I'm not going to buy anything from a scalper. I refuse. I told you adamantly how anti-scalper I am. The entire thing that happened during the PS5 launch was an absolute freaking nightmare with scalping and all that. I would never buy Switch 2 from a scalper simply because it just makes that process more viable, it supports that whole process, and I don't believe in scalping at all. Alright? So, I'm not going to get it from a scalper. But I'm going to do whatever I can to get one. We'll see. And here's the truth. I'm not going to tell you anything. You're not going to know it all until launch day of Switch 2, if I'm actually getting the Switch 2. Because the moment that I tell you anything, someone will try to fuck with it and ruin it. They've gone through every possible means, every level of crimes. Nothing is out of their reach to them. There's no morality. They're not even afraid of going to jail. They're not. They've done everything possible, so I'm not dumb. I know that if I mention any method by which I'm going to get a Switch 2, they're going to try to ruin it. Alright? So I'm not going to bring it up. You're not going to hear me talk about getting a Switch 2 until the launch day of Switch 2. And then on launch day of Switch 2, I'll tell you if I have it, or if I didn't get it, and what else we're doing that day. Okay? That's literally the only way to be safe. You know what I'm saying? Like, literally, that's the only way to be safe in this sport. Outside of that, there's nothing else I can do, right? So I'm sorry to those who want Phil to open up more, to be more interactive, to do these kind of things. I can't. I literally can't because of these crazy people. I would love to do different kinds of content. I can't. They will hurt me. As fucked as it sounds, they will go out of their way to hurt me and my family. That's it's proven. It's absolutely confirmed. At every single time that they have a chance to do it, they will do it. So, that's that. So, what I will say is, we're hoping I would get a Switch 2 pre-order. Thanks. Thanks for the confidence. Thanks for the vote of positivity that you wanted to see me cover this thing on release day. I really wanted to. Alright? And I certainly hope that I can get it. But I just don't know how I'm going to get it right now. Just being honest. Alright? And like I said, if and when I secure one, you will never know about it. From this moment on, don't ask me about the Switch 2. You'll know if I'm covering the Switch 2 on release day, June 5th, 2025. And until then, I got other shit to do. I'm busy. Don't fuck with me. Okay? Alright. I've said what I have to say about the subject. I'm done with it now. Alright? Moving on. We got positive stuff in it. Really positive stuff. Right? You got where's here? You got Minecraft. You got PSP Trials.
PSP Trials.
So I'm not gonna sit here and go, oh, I'm so sad, or whatever, you know. Nah. I'm going to have fun with you guys on the internet today. We're gonna have a great time together. And that's what it's all about. That's what it's always been about. Okay? Positive, fun, meaningful content. I can eat Chipotle today. For the first time in like 11 years, Chipotle time. Live on PSP Tries It. You can try this honey chicken. I'm excited for that. Clair Obscur is actually one of the highest rated RPGs of the last decade. I'm very excited to jump into that today and try it out for the first time. If it is anything like the reviewers say, I'm absolutely going to love it. Seriously, like I can't wait to try it, so that's going to be great. Minecraft, we got to try to get our bearings back again. Alright, now, in regards to goals and support, thank you. Alright, for allowing me to have 3 straight streams of hitting my goals. Let's keep that momentum going, because remember, at 40 goals hit, we're either going to do the Wendy's new menu of a new chicken sandwich, Frosty, and lemonade train, or we can do something else. You know, one thing we talk about was maybe Wingstop. If you're interested in that, we talk about, we'll figure it out. Okay? Or, when we hit 50 goals, we're going to have a marathon, and I'm excited for that. We talk about various different ideas, such as the viewer's choice event, or vlogging now going up, where I put on my vlogging, and with the different levels of support that I reach, we put on hats and vests and retire those. I don't wear them anymore. It'll be a last opportunity to actually see those things worn before I put them in the store. So kind of a send-off event to the hats and vests of yesteryear, and saying goodbye to the past, moving forward to the future. So we got all these great ideas lined up as reward. Let's hit these goals. Let's keep that momentum flowing. Let's hit that goal on the street. Get that moving. All right? You know, I actually believe that's not the case. These people live broken adult lives. Right? So what they do is they go to the
Okay, we know we're gonna.
Surgery. Doctors tell me, of course, you and me.
I already have a read. Make matters worse. Hey, man.
Oh, hey, what's up, man?
We can talk.
Yeah, sure, we can talk. I just gotta deliver this, so, what's up? You got me? So what's up, man?
I could say some shit right now. I ain't trying to go off on you with your son, though.
It's not my son. That's my business partner. We've been finding days together. Hope you love this little nigga. His name's Andrew. You got catchphrase, though. Say it.
Shut up, bitch.
Curly out.
Clear about the face.
Put your seatbelt on, going.
Ah, let's do this, Quinn.
Got his kids living your pieces.
Word of mouth. Oh, I dream the whole time. It's cool.
Wait, hold up, man. You just get wild, man. Hey, man. Excuse me, sir.
I'm good. And I'm feeling your rides.
Feeling of work every day. Just to a heat mob online and kind of type though. Think about how fucked up that is. What kind of miserable existence you must have on this planet if you're one of those people. Okay. Dan Zap, for the $5 super chat. You did nothing wrong. The Lace of Truth is crazy. I know. And again, I say these things and people are like, no, that's not true. It's all true. It's literally all true. I really wish it wasn't. It's literally everything I'm telling you is true. Habib did a very generous £50 super chat. And he says, I feel bad for you and I hope that this will help. I mean,
Habibi.
there's nothing that anyone I feel can really do to undo what they just did. Like I said, alright? It sucks that right now I have to find another means to get switched to. We'll have to see what happens. You won't know, because if I bring it up, they'll do whatever they can to mess it up.
Dominic, it's your boy, welcome to the Commentary Show. Doing well, having a wonderful day on this 25th April 25th. Today we're tasting, second time we're tasting the Tamari almond. Once again, I want to taste these again because the first time we really liked them. And now, the first time we weren't dining, we were eating junk food. And I really like it. So now that we're eating healthier, this is kind of like not necessarily a cheap meal, but this is really good. So now we'll be tasting it. And again, I like a second opinion. Maybe that second opinion is myself, right? So we have Nature Source Tamari almond, which, if I remember correctly, came from I think it was Japan, but I'm not sure. As a family business, we value heritage. This is why we travel the world to find ingredients as rich and history and its flavor. Our authentic Japanese sauce is full body and boasts a robust taste, meaning that premium almond has delivered a unique experience. Enjoy it on its own as satisfying snacks or pair with your favorite wine and cheese. We tasted these about 6 months ago, and if I remember correctly, it was very flavorful, somewhat very salty. Now these are smoked. Yeah. Very akin to soy sauce. Very good. A very nice full body experience, which is always appreciated. Oh no. These are great. It's so simple. It's really nice because the texture, the experience of it is nice. Like, for example, right? The almond, which is crunchy, and the taste almost feel like there's a shell of flavor, and then you get the nuts. So these are really something I'm not promoting, but I'm what should I call it? I get behind and buy these. They're amazing. Not too salty. Yeah, smokiness is coming in quite nicely. And that's it. I suggest it. Wow, for fuck's sakes. If you're not with me, then you're my enemies. Don't blink, it's your boy, welcome to the Commentary Show. Everything also having a wonderful day on this 25th April 2025. Today, I don't know why, we're very motivated to make content. We're feeling very good about making content. And I think it's because we're finally able to answer this one question. We did a video on Ice and Kale, Emotionless and White, and how their content evolves in becoming who they were, right? And of course, narcissistically egocentrical, and self-centered as I am, I thought about myself and said, hey, how did your content evolve? And then, the constant question that I get, how would you clarify your content, right? Truth is, I'm talking to a lot of people, dating websites and shit like that. Oh. And when they ask what I do for a living, I don't think content create, right? Sorry, we've been making content since day one, since very early on today. So, super hungry, super tired, but still. Tamari almond, really good. I got a question though, what type of content you're doing? And I think the content we're doing is kind of confusing, quite vague. However, we're finally making content that we enjoy making. And it's so weird, because if you ask me, are you proud of the content you make? The obvious answer is, of course, yes. It feels so good with the sun in my back. It feels so freaking good. The obvious answer is, of course, yes. Because I mean, come on. We're really enjoying ourselves out there. However, it's more than just that. It's way more than just that. Because, I'm hungry. I shouldn't be eating this much because we had a meal ready, but they're so good. Again, I have to lose some weight, but I'm constantly snacking. These are dangerous. You know, if you ask me, are you proud of the content? The answer is I don't know. Right? I'm proud of the hard work we put in. I'm proud of always grinding and always trying my best to do what I can and how I can do it. And we did A, B, and C. Well, most people will do A, B. We did A, B, and C, right? So I'm proud of how hard I work. I'm proud of the content I make. The answer is I don't know. However, I know for a fact that I'm enjoying making the content. And I've been that way for a while. And I think it's the content we make, right? We haven't sold out, right? We don't really follow trends. And I feel like this is the secret behind it. Enjoy what we're doing, right? And then enjoy what you're doing. Suplex are you proud of your work, right? It's way more important to say, yeah, you know what, I enjoy the content I make. I enjoy what I'm doing. It's way more important in my mind than anything else, right? And I feel like this is prime example of what we're doing that's okay, right? And I feel like, yeah, most people question, like, hey, is what I'm doing okay? Is what I'm doing? Can we do something better, right? And at the end of the day, if the content you make or the thing that you do is making you happy, then you're doing the right thing. The question isn't, am I proud of the content? The question isn't, do you enjoy making content? The question is, are we on the right way to do things? And undeniably, yes. because of the odd option, you're making content that you don't like, but you're successful. You know, we're still making content that we do like, and we're still having some success here and there. But of course, after 4 years, I should be, you know, a bit further in the career. But again, there's another thing. Well, and you see, even then, when we do take breaks, because we do take breaks, they're always associated with going through shit. Oh, you know what, I'm sad. Oh, you know what, I've had to deal with this. Oh, you know what, I don't feel like making content. It has never been a question of, I don't like content I make. Like, because you guys know me. Like, for example, today, this is the 9th video we do. It is 8:30. We woke up at that. We've been making content for 12 and a half. That's still something to take note of, but still. But yeah, here's to making content for 4 more years, 5 more years, till we fucking get sick of it. Okay. Don't lecture me, Obi-Wan. I see through the light of the Jedi. Oh shit. Shut up. Ouch.